Oh, duh. I'm so stupid. Okay, alright. Fuck the music, child. I was gonna give y'all an old nasty piece of intro hoodie. But I just had to come on up and throw in all that one. Let me get my screen back. I'm a little disappointed, honey. You know, I wanted to give an old opening scene and shit. Hold on, let me pull this back up. Can you guys hear my audio clear? Do I sound clear to you guys? If I sound clear, everyone, if you guys don't hear no nasty feedback or nothing like that, girl, give me a 1. Give me a 1 in the chat. Okay. Alright. I'm good. Okay. Y'all already know, honey. Give me an old nasty piece of thumbs up, up to the stuck, baby. Y'all already know. Run me them thumbs up, bro. It's 140 of y'all in here and 81 likes. Let me get these likes up, baby, because the likes help with YouTube recommending the platform and growing our audience and stuff and recommending shit, okay? If you're new here, go ahead, baby. And subscribe, because if I like it, bitch, you damn sure gonna love it, okay? Share if you ain't too motherfucking stingy. And everybody need to make sure that they have the notification bell set to all tonight. Now, I know I had this show scheduled for 8, baby. But something else transpired that CTV had to deal with, okay? So, I had to handle business. Now we back here, girl. So, with no further ado, bitch, I ain't even gonna waste no time giving y'all a soliloquy, girl. Y'all know that the last time we came up on the platform, we were talking about the Marie situation. Y'all know that she, you know, had risen from the dead, baby. You know, she had poked her head back out, and she had graced, Nick at Night platform with her good friend Octavius Prime, who's also a content creator out here on these YouTube streets. Now, I was already familiar with Octavius Prime because he's been on my platform before. So during the Nick at Night interview with CMarie, I had emailed Octavius because I was just confused about some of the things that CMarie was saying, but I wasn't necessarily interested in talking to CMarie herself because I already saw kind of her and Neek were kind of like right there on the verge of being, you know, on some monkey stomp action, baby, on some world star shit. And I was like, okay, you know, I don't know if Star can handle my level of interview. And so I said, let me go to the man in the situation. Let me go to Octavius. So I emailed him and said, hey, once y'all are done with Nick at Night, would you mind coming onto the platform and talking to me? Because I just want to, you know, just ask you some questions about Star. I was concerned about, you know, where was her friends during this time that she alleged that she encountered Cardi B, allegedly, and lived with her for some time, stayed on and off, etc., girl. You know, I just wanted to know what the things and the things was. So Octavius came on the platform, gave us his thoughts, gave us his explanations, and gave us the information that he knew. And then there was a lot of feedback in the chat that people felt like Octavius was pimping out and exploiting CMarie and stuff, and felt like, you know, he's just doing this for clout, etc. So I wanted to invite Octavius back to clear up some of those misconceptions. I do believe that things can look one way to outsiders, but it's always best if we try to understand the psychology of the other person involved, because things are not always quite what they seem to be. So we're going to bring Octavius Prime back up. He's in the background on StreamYard. You guys will not see him, but you will hear Octavius. And I'm also going to drop the link and allow you guys to come up here and ask Octavius some questions, maybe about that infamous interview on Nick at Night's platform, or about him. You guys will be able to chime in, etc. And I also want to let my mods know that, once again, you guys know that we have retired the block button, even the timeout. Just allow people to talk their shit. You can continue to warn them, because I do watch all my shows back in the replay, since I don't have time to be in the comments like I want to when I'm live. So I will block bitches and drop they motherfucking bodies off into the river from the chopper after the fact. So you might have got away with your shit talking in this here live, baby, but you won't get around to, boo. So you still need to keep it cute, even if you don't get blocked up and dropped the fuck off and sent right on over to Block Nation. In the aftermath, baby. You woke up on CTV Island, but then, or you thought you was on CTV Island the night before, baby, then you wake your ass up on Block Nation. That's how that goes, okay? So, mods, I just want you guys to rotate my links and everything, email, Patreon, all that kind of good shit, and the StreamYard link as well, so that folk can pile up in here, girl, because I can feel it in my spirit, girl, that y'all want to talk to Octavius, baby, and y'all got some questions and things. So we gonna let the man speak for himself, and with no further ado, let me go ahead and bring Octavius up, honey. Let me see what it gives. Octavius?
What's going on?
Hey, man, how you doing? Thank you for being back on the platform.
Oh, anytime.
How are you feeling today?
My voice kind of strained. I've been getting phone calls and people have been talking to me about this situation for a minute. So
sound like you've been cussing bitches. Have you been cussing bitches out?
Yeah, but I ain't gonna mention the bitches.
Yeah, cause the voice gets strained when it's elevated to a certain. When you're using that lower octave illegally, when it's reaching Mariah Carey levels and things. So
yeah.
So how have you felt about some of the feedback from over the past 2 days? I'm sure that you've went and looked at Neek's playback in her comment section. I'm sure you watched my replayback. What are your feelings about some of the attitudes of some of the viewers?
I think people have their teams that they want to ride for. I got Team Cardi, Team TashaK. I'm not new to this sector of YouTube when it comes to talking about celebrity news and gossip. Because I experienced going on panels and stuff before concerning CMarie back in 2018. I think it was Armand Wiggins, the first show I did, and
shout out to Armand.
And it was a show that he had with me, CMarie, and I just wasn't that known, but it was CMarie, and I think it was Mona Simone on that panel. Okay. So yeah, I know, I've seen how this the sector work. You know what I mean? And I know people they really ride for their favorite content creator. In multiple sectors and stuff like that. So, but the thing is, what I wanted to do is actually, like when people are saying that I'm pimping CMarie, you know what I mean, and I'm exploiting her. If that was the case, and I was a clout chaser or whatever, if that was the case, if I was on just this clout chasing thing and that's what I wanted fame, I would have been the evil friend that would have set her up and then trapped her in trying to get her to come out and talk on that subject matter again and saying the same things to rehash legal issues for her. You know what I'm saying? So that's not what I did. What we did was we talked about consciousness on my channel. We did 3 videos. One about self-mastery, the first one, that was in November. So she's been out since November on YouTube, and she's been accessible since then. It's just that people didn't look for her until the TashaK scenario. So it's not like we brought her out. Well, I brought her out. Oh, we say we because it's pretty much me and her channel, and then also my co-host of Big Tide's channel. And we do multiple things on the channel. Like we plan on doing multiple things, like talk about consciousness. Big Tide's working on some things, and I even have video games on the channel. Shit, So it's a whole host of things that we do.
Okay. So, is there anything that you saw in the playback that
yeah,
that
I mean,
hurt
that's
you?
just I'm the fact that I'm the fixer, the manipulator, things of that nature, or what a handler or whatever. And like I said, what it was is that Nick at Night posted a stream that CMarie did, where she talked about pretty much the same thing. Where she was walking down the street, I think she went black with the little cut she had in her hair. with the red lipstick. Everything that we have talked about in the last like week or so has already been put out back in 2018. And what we didn't want to do is try to like dox her or put out her medical information so that she can still be looked at as an adult. But that was already the mental issues, whatever. Right? But it was always there at that time. And then also, I don't think the public really cared about her trauma that she suffered from Cardi B. And that's what she was trying to get out. But it was just like it fell on deaf ears with the public. And I think what it was when we say, you know what, hey, you already said if you have mental health issues on Instagram and other public places years ago, let's really let the public know what's going on. And let's also let the public know that you suffered trauma physically and psychologically from your encounter with Cardi B, which I remember the night she called me when after that happened. And Cardi B also gives details about that encounter that night. And then there's another stripper named Spotlight who talked about punching her in the face, gives an account about that night. So there's like at minimum 4 people who validate that there was a physical altercation that took place that traumatized Star Marie. And the thing is, that's trauma, but it's also with an underlying mental illness. That like if you look at some of the videos we've done prior to the one that went viral on my page, she pretty much was cool. She got angry at sometimes, but she was cool. So it's not like she can't manage herself. But when you bring up the subject matter of Cardi B, things go nuclear. You know what I'm saying? So, and I already, and the thing is, what I wanted, what we wanted to do, and what I'm saying, is to poison the well for these bloggers, these opportunists out here, to let them know, like, if you get somebody on it, get her on your channel and say, if I'm not around because I'm not omnipresent, I don't even live in the same state with her. You know what I mean? I'm in Florida, she's in New York, and you get her alone, and then you get her on your channel. You take the legal liability because the woman has trauma and with an underlying mental illness concerning a particular person who traumatized her. And so whatever story, I'm not here to change anybody's stories about or anybody's understanding of what they feel about what took place, whether she was telling the truth or not. Honestly, I don't know. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own opinion. But what I'm saying is, what I wanted to do is actually give context to the fact that there was trauma inflicted by Cardi B on her, and with an underlying mental illness there. And when you mention that, it go nuclear, and there's a lot of opportunities out here. And I contacted you personally, and I let you know I have receipts where CMarie was trying to get her on the show. Well, saying allegedly, because it's a Facebook account with her. See the Facebook account? There's a phone number in Star Marie's phone, with CMarie and all that kind of stuff, where she was trying to coerce her to get on the show. Sweet talker, talking about how to lose weight. And then also, I think it'd be good for us to do a follow up, and that was between. Hold on.
Can you guys get these thumbs up? There's almost 600 of you in the building. Can you give me a nasty piece of thumbs up? It don't cost you nothing. If you love me, thumbs up the video. Thank you, loves.
So the thing is, like I said, people gonna have their opinions on whether she told the truth or not, and they're entitled to their opinions and everything like that. So, me being a friend and not an opportunist, I actually wanted to get out that information, so that they've said if you there's these opportunist bloggers that want in media people that want to get in the face, because this is not going to end. And we realize this is not going to end, and so we just could pretty much let the public know, you're dealing with somebody who is dealing with mental illness and trauma concerning Cardi B. and you get on your show, you take the liability for trying to rehash that on your own. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like me being a friend, I think I was a friend for doing that because I know that people are opportunists and they don't care. Like I just see even with Tasha K, if that is her, whoever that was, they're opportunists in that situation. You know what I mean? Because Dennis Byron said that that was the day before she was supposed to go to court, and here it is, she's being coerced and sweet talked and trying to by somebody, we should put it like that, to go viral again, and most like, and I don't know for what reasons, I can't say. I'm not going to take onus on what Tasha K may wanted to do with her on that live, but the thing is, if it was her, you already have been informed, and I think it was even a consensus between her and Lovely T that the woman has mental issues. So why would you want to have her back on your show to talk about anything concerning that case if that would have been your motive? So,
but do you think that there's a difference in Star? Because I mean, at the end of the day, Star did end up going on social media at the end of the day because she went on Nick at Night's platform, which is at almost 300,000 subscribers. So, do you think that there's a difference between her going on Tasha platform and going on?
Well, the thing is, we was there, and it was already established that it was already established on my show that about the trauma, the mental illness, and the trauma and mental illness was already talked about. It was being talked about on Nick at Night.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So it was even better that it got out that on Nick at Night show about that, because it's like in this sector, you know what I mean? Like I said, if she wants to just continue talking, and she's an adult woman, she's gonna do what she want to do. So it's not like I have this control or I'm a pimp or anything like that over her. Like just about 2 weeks ago, me and her was she take hiatuses on her friends sometime. And just about 2 weeks ago, when Tasha K was reaching out to her, we was not on talk. We wasn't on talking terms.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the live, Lauren on my page is Lauren Finds God. You see that she thought I was blocking her in the thing, and she didn't contact me until like last week. Since then, so and she's an adult woman, so she she have every right to do what she want to do. This is something that happens, and even around the time that she did an interview with Tasha K, me and her wasn't on talking terms. You know what I mean? And because I would advise her not to do it. If I was cool with her at the time.
Do you think that, like, what level of influence has Star Marie allowed you to have over her? Like, had you put your foot down and really stressed to her that you don't think it was a good idea, do you think she would have actually not done it, or do you think she would have did it anyway?
Yeah, she would. She most likely she would. If she would have told me what she was planning on saying on there, I would have said hell no. You know what I mean? I would, but I like. But as far as my influence, I'm just a friend, and she credits me with saving her life after the issues she had down in Miami. And when she came down, when I didn't even know she was in Florida, and I told her, I said, if you come into Florida, you need to talk to somebody that's like a friend of a friend or something, because it was a dancer, a famous dancer down here that I knew personally. Me and her used to work at Bally's Total Fitness years ago, named a Dream. Or you can find her on Instagram. It's like AU Dream. And I had contacted her to say, yeah, my friend coming to town. My friend is in town. Can you watch out for her? But Star never contacted that woman to, get the green light to be down here, and somebody that cares about it will watch over her. Because I know how the people that are down in Miami, And hold on one second.
No problem. I do have the link. I see you guys piling into the background. I am going to allow you guys to come up and speak with Octavius. We're just asking him some foundational questions first, in response to some of the initial comments that stood out to his mind, and then we're going to allow Nana's World up, refused to lose. BTS up, which is my boo. CMarie, my boo. TT Ladetti. I probably fucked up her name, but TT is enough. Damn it, T. We're gonna let TT up as well. And if any of you guys want to hit the link, you guys can to come up and speak your minds about what's going on. Okay. Octavius, I think he probably popping a bottle in some baby's mouth in the background or something. You know, he might be on daddy duties or something. But get these thumbs up, honey. It's too many of y'all up in here. Okay, give me thumbs up, get these likes up. Okay, if you guys want to come up, it'll be easier for you to speak directly to Octavius than from the chat, because the stream be moving hella fast and people are not able to catch these comments. So if you actually have something you want to say, it'd be better for you to hit the link. Thanks to my mods who are doing what they do and who are rotating the stream. The link is on the screen as well, you guys. You see it on the screen? Hit the link. It's a StreamYard. It'll say StreamYard.com/5TX, etc. Okay? I see you back, Prime.
Oh, yeah, I've been back for a minute.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I did have a question before we let some people in. Is CMarie preparing for a lawsuit against someone? Because that's been the speculation that it seems like a lawsuit is being prepped.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't even know what premise it would be based upon the investigation.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I was like, I don't know where a lawsuit would come from per se. Are you ready to kind of gel with some of these commenters, because they're in the background?
Oh yeah, they can bring them up, you know.
Okay, so the first person I want to introduce to the stream is Nano World. Hi.
Oh, hi. Just a moment. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud, live, and in color.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hi, Mr. Octavius. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm so fine.
No, you cool.
Okay, so my question is I'm just wondering, why she's coming out now when the case is almost done?
Well, if you know about defamation cases, he has a statute of limitations of 1 year. Okay. So that's not really anything that would have anything to do with. We wouldn't have any relevancy to what's going on, because the thing is, she's been on she's been on my channel since November of last year. Mm-hmm. We did. This is the 4th live stream that we did. Okay. So what it was just people were speculating where she was. Also, you know, Tasha K was in the inbox allegedly. Like, I have receipts for someone named Tasha K from Facebook was getting at her. Also, there's a phone number and all that kind of stuff that I saw. I'm gonna do a stream on that later this week. But the thing is, she already been out, so it's just that people just didn't know about my channel, and because I'm a friend and she ain't trying to entrap her. She don't trust a lot of bloggers. Okay. She just came to me. You know what I mean? So, because I had just by happenstance got on YouTube, I never thought I'd be a YouTuber blogger, never in life. Okay.
But the thing is, it really looked like, I'm just saying what I think about, it's just like it looks bad on you, because the whole time they were looking for her, because she was supposed to be in the lawsuit, but they couldn't find her. So technically, they dropped her off with the lawsuit because they couldn't find her. You can't serve somebody if you can't find the person. So they proceed with Tasha K. So technically, she was hiding the whole time. And then after that,
well, you could say she was hiding,
what it looks like, because now that Tasha K got sued and got like a huge amount of money that she has to pay, suddenly, oh hey, I'm here. Like, it doesn't work like that. So it looks bad on her. It's like she's playing games with people and throw Tasha K on the bus. I'm not saying Tasha K did what she did.
No, let me
overboard.
Let me say this. Nick at Night did a stream on that recently, and she even showed in the stream that what actually made Cardi go over the edge was when Tasha would start talking about family stuff with the woman, you know, with the baby and all that kind of going harder. So Tasha, that interview did one thing, but after that, the cease and desist letter came. She didn't talk about the prostitution. She didn't talk about the herpes and all that. So she stopped talking about that.
But the video that she did with Tasha K on YouTube, that was
no. I'm saying
that was part of it. So she kept
hold on.
I know.
Let me give you the information on that. The letter came after she did the interview on Tasha K. After that Tasha K thing, she didn't never talk about no herpes and ain't talk about no prostitution. She never talked about that.
Yes, I know that because she got the cease and desist. Because the cease
and she obeyed it. But Tasha didn't stop. Tasha didn't stop.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying Tasha K is right. Like she went overboard. It's like a whole heel. She literally pushed.
Yeah, that was Tasha. Tasha got the warning. Like, Starbury heeded to the warning and stopped talking about the warning.
Okay, but why is she talking now?
She's just saying that
you got to cease and desist to stop talking about something that.
Okay, it was. She didn't talk about. Okay,
everybody get jumped. Everybody like.
The thing I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. Yeah. I personally don't give a fuck if a celebrity, billionaire, millionaire, talks about they got their feelings hurt because somebody said something to them from 1,000 miles away. It's different once you get your ass whooped and jumped and you traumatized from that. But because she's poor and infamous on the internet, nobody gives a fuck about that. And you kind of just proved exactly how the sentiment of YouTube and bloggers have been treating this woman. It's like, fuck your indiscretions with the celebrity.
Okay, but the thing is,
you know what I mean? But at the end of the day,
we're not looking basic. We don't, even us too. We don't care if Cardi is rich or not or famous. We don't care. We're taking out of that. We're taking famous completely out of it. As a woman, for you, yes, okay, you got a situation with that person. You went on a platform, but and I know it wasn't. She probably didn't do it intentionally and all that. But when you go on a platform with somebody who has a big followers and subscribers, you go there. You went there for an attention. You went there to be heard. But I know that the other party took it way too far to whatever you were expecting. But she cannot act like she didn't do any. She's innocent, and then she just sit there, tell her truth, and then remove. No, it's because she went and added more stuff to it. It's like you're giving a weapon to somebody, and that person took that weapon and then started using it wrongfully. So that's what she did, and then she should have known Tasha K better. That girl, once you put a seed, something you want to say something that's not even supposed to be there, she would take it way too far. So that's what happened.
The thing is, okay, Tasha is responsible for
the thing
what?
I don't understand, you say you're her friend for so many years. So many years. Me, I have friends.
Okay, but you just made something I want to answer.
I still check up on them. If you know she has mental illness and all that, you should have checked up on your friend. Say, hey, listen. What it like?
Okay, listen.
Nana, I'm hold on. I'm hold on, you guys. Nana, let's let him reply to some of those statements first before you continue.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So as far as I just expressed to you that she's a grown woman. She takes hiatuses. She can change her number. She changes the number quite often. Okay. I just got a new phone number this week. Okay, from her. And when she is mad at you, she will block you on every form of media that you can reach her. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, when that thing happened with Tasha K, and she was going viral, and all these bloggers come along, they, you know what I'm saying? And I seen what was happening online and what the narrative was being ran. I came along, and you know what I'm saying? That's when I came along, and I was trying to, you know, counsel her, you know what I'm saying, the way I could at the time. And I pretty much told her, like, yeah, just, man, the people don't even care about if what you say is true or not. Just get off of it. People are sycophants for these celebrities, and you're just somebody that, because I get it. I used to be a big fan of Tupac. Like I said, when I was young, Tupac his shit was like Bible scriptures to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it was, you know, about the T-shirts, Thug Life, all that. You know, did everything for my favorite rappers when I was coming up. But, you know, and people be still stuck in that state of mind. But these people, these rappers and these celebrities, they are human beings, and they have their dark sides too, as we see with R. Kelly. So,
right now you're going like, I don't understand what you're saying right now, because it has nothing to do with the art, like Tupac.
Well, I'm done with
lost,
the point I
I
made.
was just like, huh? What does Tupac has to do with this? This nigga's
No, I'm
great
just saying.
So
I think what people are not doing. What people have done have, like, okay, when Dennis Byron came out and he was saying that, you know, Cardi B's testimony about how she had these suicidal thoughts and she was distraught and everything. Well, during that time, CMarie had those similar feelings, but because she wasn't a celebrity and didn't have lawyers and shit, no one gave a fuck. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I had to sit on the phone.
I get what you mean. Like,
yeah.
Like, I understand. Like, if you're like in a situation and you see that other person, but did the thing happen while she was a celebrity though? That's my question.
No, it didn't. What happened was, it was a situation allegedly in New York with these two dancers that got beat up by Cardi B's entourage. I think that was in the story. I think that was the narrative that being ran at the time. I'm not sure. And I think it's one of the girls now. I think she used to date Tekashi 6ix9ine, one of the IG models. She's an IG model or something. I don't know her name. But these two girls, I think it was sisters, and they allegedly, but in the scenario that I can remember, I think Offset was messing around with him and, you know, that kind of stuff.
Okay, but my question was...
No, I'm saying what triggered... Okay, I just get to it. What triggered her was something in the news. It was what triggered her was something in the news where these two black women got beat up by this girl that supposedly got beat up by the same girl that she got beat up by.
Yeah, but
in that original live stream,
way before that thing happened after she went to TashaK platform. Those two
okay,
girls,
no, I'm saying
that sister thing happened way after when she went to TashaK.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. It did. The TashaK thing happened way before.
Okay, can you give me some dates on that? Because the thing is, she was reacting.
Allegedly got beat up in a club. Allegedly. Because we're not there, so we have to say.
But you got any dates on that? Because I remember her responding to these girls getting beat up, or maybe it was also she mentioned in that live stream. I think it was about, you know, something with Nicki Minaj too. She was mentioning the Nicki Minaj thing, or that it was some kind of altercation with some black woman, and she was talking about the black woman and Cardi B called black women cockroaches and. All that kind of
Cardi
stuff.
B didn't call black women roaches. That's the thing you guys are getting. I don't know why you're using that, because when I was at Nick at Night and last time you were here too, you mentioned that Cardi B didn't call all black women roaches. She was having, and then the girl that she called roaches, she wasn't even black. She was having an argument with somebody on her live.
It was on Twitter. It was on Twitter. It's on Twitter.
I don't know why you guys are picking it and picking.
Hold on.
She throws shoes at a woman. You cannot. You have to talk about what happened with CMarie. You cannot think about somebody else, things that happened with somebody else, adding to your story. You can't do that. You have to talk about, okay, your friend got jumped, her entourage jumped her, but it has nothing to do. It's like me. Let me give you an example. If your friend jumped me, yeah, I'll be like, yo, I'll come to you and say, yo, why did your friend jump me? Did you tell them to jump me? You have to, have a conversation.
Well,
I'll be like, just because your friend jumped me, it doesn't mean, it's Cardi B who jumped me. People do things, my friend, if I don't need to tell my friend to jump somebody. If they see I'm in a situation or the person did something bad, if they jump you, what does that have to do with me? I can talk to them and say, hey,
okay. I got the Cardi B. Hold on, I got the Cardi B Twitter. I got the Cardi. Hold on.
I don't understand.
Hold on, I know you're going nuclear on me right now.
I'm not going nuclear.
Okay, what I'm saying is, hold on. Let me give you the.
Hold on,
it's like a soup. Your story.
Hold on. I'm looking at.
Hold on, you guys. Let's try to have a conversation, you guys.
Okay.
Go ahead, Prime. You pulled up a Twitter.
I'm
you
looking
said?
at the receipt right now.
Mhm.
Say, laughing out loud. It's a Twitter. Looking at this on Twitter. It say, laughing out loud. You think you look like good? You think you look good? Be you look like two cockroaches having sex. It was at Dragon Slayer. It's on Twitter. This is what I'm seeing online. It's called hashtag Cardi B party over. And you have the Twitter. They have the Twitter. They have the Twitters out here that I'm looking at right now. Somebody just sent me. It said somebody you look ugly. You look like a burnt roach at Dragon Slayer.
Okay, but what?
Okay, so I just debunked what she said about the roach thing. So yeah, she did call black women.
You don't understand.
So I'm saying what I'm seeing on Twitter right now, she called black women cockroaches. So she need to sue those people if that's false.
Okay, but this is
and
what
Nana,
I'm
hold on, you guys.
Why are you
Nana,
so concerned about things that she had
hello,
with somebody
hold on
else?
hello.
Why are
It's
you so
CTV.
concerned that your
It's
own
CTV.
friend,
Hello,
you should be
hello.
arguing the
I don't want to
battle
have to
of your
mute
friend, not
anybody in order
somebody
to
else.
talk.
If she possibly has
Hold.
a roach,
Okay,
it has
so I'm gonna have to
nothing do
mute
with you.
Miss Nana.
Okay, I just eviscerated
hold on.
you at the slave.
Hold on, wait. I'm not going to overtalk anybody on my own show. When I say hold on and wait, that's exactly what needs to happen is hold on and wait. I want to have a cohesive dialogue. Nana, I'm going to let you wrap up your comments because we have other people that I have to get up here as well, boo. So if you can just kind of give your last sound off, that'd be awesome.
Okay, so what I'm just going to say to you is just like, I want you to stop worrying about other people. What she did to other people. Focus more to your friend. If you really want to help your friend, focus more about your friend than other people's business. Because right now, it's like you.
Who business? I'm not focusing
No,
on.
because you're adding her throwing shoes, her calling people roaches and all that. It has nothing to do with Star Marie. She didn't call Star Marie roaches. She didn't throw shoe at Star Marie. She had a different incident way before she became famous with her. So stop adding stuff that happened. Nothing who has to do with Star Marie adding to the story. Stick it to your script. If you want to help your friend, help your friend. Stop adding stuff like peppering. Oh, it's like you're cooking a soup.
I'm saying what she said in the live though, Nana.
Oh, I need to add this seasoning. No.
Nana, what you gotta realize is I'm only adding what she said about. She talked about the cockroach comments in the live, and I just went on Twitter, and it's on Twitter. Or what I've just read. It said hashtag Cardi B party over.
So I'm just gonna let other people talk, and then it was really nice to meet you. And then I just hope you have.
You can come to my channel. We can wrap it up anytime. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind any scrutiny.
We're just having a conversation. I'm not arguing with you and all that. I'm just trying to get the situation. Like, if you really have a good intention to help your friend, that's what
I do because I don't want vengeful bloggers to come out and try to entrap her in a situation where we have expressed already that she has trauma and mental illness concerning Cardi B.
Okay.
And that's just it. And we proved that there was a altercation where she was violated physically by the woman, and even Cardi B validated that. And so, if you as a blogger, you want to get on your channel, you want to talk about the Cardi B situation, take onus for what you do. So what I did as a friend is actually poison the well. If you want to go in there and think you're gonna be an opportunist, do whatever you're gonna do. But you're gonna be one held liable moving forward.
Okay, so it is what it is. Just like, that's all we want to do. Just have a good heart to your friend. Don't be flip-flopping around your friend, because you know she's not right now. So that's all we want. So I let other people talk, and thank you so much for letting me talk.
Thank you, Nana. Thank you, pretty lady.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so we're going to get up. You got your helmet on, Octavius. You know, it's gonna be a rough ride now.
On the black set.
You got your helmet on.
I'm on the conscious community. This get even worse than this.
All right. So this is light work for you. All right.
Light work.
Okay, now don't be challenging these women, baby. They got an old nasty piece of bloody heel on too, baby. Yeah. All right. I want to bring up my boo. Refuse to lose BTS. Are you there, love?
Yes, I am. How are you?
Hey, babe. I am wonderful. What are your thoughts?
Looking great as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have 2, maybe 3 the most. My first question is, when Star was allegedly attacked or what have you by Cardi B, did she notify the police?
We already. Well, she was under. She at the time. She was under he had a parole issue or whatever. She was supposed to be in Georgia, so at the time she couldn't call the police because she was violating her parole
because she was illegally in New York.
She was illegally in New York.
Okay, and the other question is this: I hear a lot of talk about there having been a cease and desist order towards Star, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now that this case and everything is over with Tasha K, we are all aware that allegedly Cardi B still has an open case for some things and such are the same thing. And a lot of people are asking me, in my audience, is Star resurfacing so that possibly the judge can use her or the other team can use her towards Cardi's character in this new case that Cardi is facing?
Well, I don't know about any new cases, but if you're doing an appeal, most appeal cases...
She has allegedly a case somewhat with some people who were assaulted and things like that. And she actually was dealing with the two at the same time, and that's why I think...
No, this was just because as people have been trying to get in her inbox, trying to bring... Other people want to bring it out. And no, I don't think people had... It's so many nefarious people. Even Tasha K was trying to bring out for another interview. So, allegedly, from the receipts I have on my phone. So what I'm into me, but go ahead. No, I'm saying, so it's people that didn't have her best interest at heart that was trying to get at her to bring her out before all this, to talk on this subject matter. And what I'm just saying is, we've established the fact that, say you're dealing with someone who has personal trauma from Cardi B and who already have an underlying mental illness. So you take the onus on yourself if you want to interview her, and that's your prerogative. But you're taking the legal risk if you do that, because it's public record now. If it haven't been articulated in the past, which it has been by her multiple times on Instagram and other platforms, it's very well known now.
One of the things that I found during my research, I did look at the several videos on your platform. One of the new things that caught my eye is that Star has actually served 7 years in Iraq for the country. Mm-hmm. I bring that up because my dad is, well, God bless his soul, he's deceased, but my dad was also the owner of a Purple Heart from his service in the military. And so I'm saying this to say, how do they debunk where did the mental illness come from? Or even if the Cardi B situation played a role, because it's very, like, my dad, if he hear a balloon pop, he's on the ground like, what the hell? Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is, how do you put the two together and say that the Cardi B situation has caused things to resurface for her, or for her illness to flare up, or was she dealing with it all along? I mean, then they say she wasn't on her medicine back when, but is she on it now? I mean, it's a lot going on. What do you say about that?
Well, the thing is, after the situation, she got with the VA up in New York. They made sure they took care of her. They got her a place to stay, and they put her in a program where she went back to school, and now she has a master's degree. And this took place for after that episode and all the things. And I advise to just go quiet and don't really worry about what people say. Live a conservative life, and go to school. What I'm saying? I didn't tell her to do that, but that's what even the VA, her counselors, the people, the doctors that deal with her, they told her that, saying, yeah, they gave her the opportunity to go back to school and have a place to stay. And after that, she flourished, and she's doing well for herself as an adult. Who has a college degree. So, okay.
I'm aware of that, and I did actually comment on your page and congratulate her. And mm-hmm. One last thing, Conscious, I want to say, with you being her friend, and you guys have so much history together. As you stated, she'll block you, she'll do whatever, when she feel the odds are against her and things like that. Would you think that now, looking at what's going on now, would you honestly say, as a friend, that it was in her best interest that you reintroduce her to this platform?
I did. I really did. We did. When I reintroduced her to the platform, she was already on the platform prior to this situation where people would start to search for her again. So she already had 3. You know what I'm saying? She had 3 videos on my page already.
I've seen it, and it's back in. Yeah. It started about 5 months ago. I did.
No, the first video she did was November 10th. On my page.
Okay, last year.
Yes.
Okay, that's still pretty recent, no?
Yeah, but there was nothing talking about no Cardi B situation. And even people brought it up in the chat. We shut it down. We told people that we're not going to talk about that situation at that time.
So now, with all this going on now, what is the advice that you have for her as far as continuing on these conversations, as far as even you going to platforms talking about this situation? Because the truth of the matter is, if the young lady is suffering with mental illness, the more that people talk about it, or the more that it's presented to different people, and it's coming out in different ways, she can be triggered again. So how is that helpful?
Well, the thing is, letting you know that she can be triggered. You know what I mean? Even if I'm not around moving forward, you know what I mean? Because sometimes, like I say, sometimes we take hiatuses and everything. It's public record. It's in the media that if you get her on your panels and you want to start talking about that situation, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You already know the business with it. Now the thing is, she's done panels with me already that were successful, where you know what I'm saying, that were productive, right? So it's entertaining too. So as long as you don't break, the thing is, what exasperates her when you start to break, like the trauma plus the underlying mental illness. When it comes concerning the Cardi B situation, it is something that makes her go over the top, as we all see. But if you go and look at the CMarie self-mastery video I have on my channel, it was a good talk. It wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? That's how me and her vibe all the time. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying, she's just off the top and just coming up with it. No, it's the trauma that Cardi B had inflicted on her through that fight. That's all I'm saying. So that subject matter is very triggering for her. That one. Now you could talk about a whole host of things, and you may say that she has some different type of views when it concerns religion and things like that. But that's it. That's all you can walk away and say from any other blog she's done.
So if in fact that she is on her medication, if she is in therapy, if she has sat down with specialists to help her get through this, then how come she's still so all over the place when it comes up? Because with someone having gone to therapy and having someone to talk to and all these things, they teach you how to woosah when you come to subjects that are threatening to your mental health. So what's up with that?
No, the thing is, you're dealing with predatory behavior from people in the entertainment industry that will not let this go. And the thing is, if she got on the channel, and they ain't no allegedly. No, people, that's bloggers. No, hold on.
To protect his channel.
No. Let me say this. There are bloggers constantly, daily. I'm telling you because I see it. I'm just saying in general. I'm not saying one blogger, but I'm saying in general, there are bloggers daily that are trying to get at her. They either find out where she at on, her Instagram. She changes the name quite often, and they'll try to coax her to come out to try to do interviews. You know what I'm saying? Myself, our family, you know what I mean? We pretty much, advise that don't do that. But the thing is, it was getting to the point where hey, let's go ahead and just let the world know what it is concerning if you talk to her about the situation, she's going to be triggered. That's it. So anything else that she does, you know what I mean? Because she still has an IG and everything. She still do her thing on IG. It's private. You know what I mean? The world just can't tune in and see. So she's just been more quiet about things, but that's it. You know what I mean? It's not like it's all, the thing is, it's not all about Cardi B. It's so much more to the woman than Cardi B. And, you know, that's what we displayed already. We did 3 videos prior to that. That was a success. And no one had no one went to those videos and said, oh, you know, she just went nuclear over there. She just you know, whatever. You know, it was a decent lie. That's how she is, much, especially the self-mastery thing she was talking about. That's how she talks normally. It's just the triggering with the Cardi B situation.
I'm going to give you a piece of advice, and then I'm going to get out of here. My advice to you and to Star is this. Learn to say no. You already put in the air what she's dealing with, and nobody's going to believe y'all. And I'm sorry to say that, but that's just the way the world works.
It doesn't matter if you don't believe it. You take on the legal liability. No. I wouldn't even. Well, that's your opinion about nobody doesn't believe, because there's people that believe.
It's the way that about it. See, that's where you're wrong at. I didn't say period. I'm saying the wrong way you're going about it. Like today, going forth, you think everybody that has a platform isn't aware of what she's dealing with? And so when you take 3, 5, 6 different platforms every day and you continue to toss that word around, it's like you're using it as a cover-up. That's what I'm telling you. So what I'm saying is, try telling her story with what people have already. If they need to know anything else, it's easy to research what's going on. But sometimes you don't have to put everything in the mix, because everybody isn't prepared to understand what it is she's dealing with. I understand. My father had a purple heart and he was out of his mind. I understand. But what I'm saying is she had issues before this. And this is the part that people are leaving out. I'm not saying that Cardi's situation didn't add on, but I'm saying there's no way she didn't have problems before after serving 7 years in Iraq. That's what I'm saying. And you're leaving it out.
No, we talked about that, about her serving the country. I said that at Nick at Night.
It's the way you deal. I gotta go. Peace, Conscious. Thank you, baby.
Okay, boo. Thank you so much for coming up, love.
Got it.
We're going to bring up my boo, CMarie Woody. Can you hear me, love? I think you're on mute.
Yes, I can. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you loud, live, and in color. What's going on?
Hey, Consciouztv. First, I gotta say, Conscious, you are the Ayala Van Zandt of these YouTube streets. I just gotta let you know.
Oh, Lord, Father God.
I was over there watching Knockout Week.
Oh, no!
And you out here healing these YouTubers. And I love it, because I'm a fan of all y'all. And I hate when y'all be beefing. Yeah. So anytime you're on stage, I know you about to fix it. You about to heal it.
Try, so at least. Try.
Thank you.
At least try. But thank you.
So, Octavius, can I ask you a question, Octavius? Like, how old are you?
I'm the same age as Star too. So yeah, I'm the same age as Star.
I don't know how old she is.
Well, I don't want to get put out any information, but I'm up there. In '96, I was listening to Tupac as a teenager.
Oh Lord, it's confidential information, dude. I'm 38. It's not that big of a deal. You told me.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, that's you know, I'm in the same age group as you. Then.
Okay, you have that right. You have the right not to tell me your age. I just asked you for I wanted to gauge like where you may be mentally or whatever. Because here's the thing, like, it's a lot of people, including myself, that feels like you're exploiting this girl. Now, your intentions and what you think of yourself is one thing, but I think everyone has to realize and actualize how they show up in the world. So right now, even if it's not your intentions, you're showing up in the world as if you're exploiting this girl. Here's why.
Okay, give it to me.
I watched the Nick at Night interview, You barely let her talk, bro. I don't know. So I also don't know the conversation you and Star had before the interview. She could have told you, like, hey, if I do this, you make sure you jump in. The audience doesn't know that. We don't see that. What I saw was every time she talked, you'll be like, no, Star, that's not what happened. Let me tell you what happened. And it's like, bro, you wasn't even there. Star was there. Star was the one going through it. So let her talk.
Oh,
so
therefore as what?
I'm sorry?
Therefore as what? What are you referring to as there?
In the incident that she went through in life, you wasn't physically there with her, standing beside her while she went through it. Even if she told you...
What incident? That's what I'm trying to get at. You're not...
Any of the incidents, the supposed fight with Cardi, the interview with Tasha...
She called me the same night.
When she was in a service, when she was a stripper, like, you wasn't physically there with her when she was going through these incidents.
Okay...
You get what I'm saying?
Okay, I've seen the evidence that she was in the service. Seen the evidence that she's a disabled veteran.
Sweet,
no. I mean, if I'm talking on that and I seen the evidence of it, right? And then the same night that fight happened, shit, Cardi already talked about the fight. Spotlight talked about the fight. Hold up, slow down. Like I said, Star talked about the fight. Spotlight talked about the fight. Cardi talked about the fight. She called me after the fight, crying on the phone. So yeah, I remember that night before anybody was famous.
And I understand that.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing is, I've known her for almost 12 years now, and so as far as those things that I just mentioned about her being a disabled veteran, yes, I've seen the card. You know, that you go to the VA.
I understand that. Can you try to understand what I'm saying?
The thing is that I think what you're trying to say is that I appeared to you on Nick at Night, with Star Marie, talking about the Cardi B situation, but in November 10th, no one was checking for her because she was on my channel, and I'm not off topic. I'm to let you know before you go forward that she was already out here on the YouTube streets November 10th. You just didn't check for her because you didn't care about it until
dude, I'm telling you, that's not the point I was trying to make. Can I explain to you the point I was trying to make, please?
Go ahead.
Okay, the point I was trying to make was that you're regurgitating secondhand information back to the audience because you weren't physically there. I understand what you're saying. You're only going off of what your friend told you. And I'm not even saying Star is lying. Just know that everyone has their own perspective and perception of an incident.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. A fight took place. No, hold up. Everybody who was party to that, including Cardi B's friends, validated that something physical happened that night.
That's not my point.
No, what I'm saying is, if all I brought up, I didn't bring up anything concerning that interview with Tasha K. At all. That was not the intention for it. It was pretty much to get these bloggers out here who are constantly coming at her, want to get her on channels and try to entrap her and try to get it tied up in some more legal shit.
Look, I understand you're on the defense. You're defensive, and you should be defensive because you're up here being questioned like you're in the courtroom. And none of us are lawyers or your mother. That's not what I'm saying. But the point I'm trying to get you to understand is that you're only telling us what your friend told you. And I commend you for that. That's what your friend told you happened. The incident happened.
I'm talking about the fight, though, ma'am. That's what I'm saying. The fight happened. The fight happened. Hold on. The fight happened. And everybody who was a party to that validated the fight happened. So that's not just second. Even though the first party, Cardi B, said the fight happened. Star said the fight happened. Spotlight said the fight happened. So what I'm saying is because after that fight, she was traumatized and she already had an underlying mental issue. And I'm just telling the public you need to take that into account moving forward because if you take that into account moving forward, and it gives context to why she hold up. It gives context to why she may go over the top with information. You know what I'm saying, concerning that particular woman. And what I'm saying to the bloggers is you get it on the channel, or we already let you know that she has a mental illness. We certified it. You know what I mean? about that situation, and that's it. But as far as like, when she
but I'm
came
not even
back to
talking
social
about
media,
her right now. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about you, because we came up here to question you, right? And
yeah, but I don't get that second, third party thing. That's not a everybody. The first party
because you weren't there. I'm saying you weren't.
The first party people have said it. That's what I'm saying.
But
even the villain in the situation
can
said
you just
it.
say yes? I was not there for the fight. Why can't you just say that? I wasn't there.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. A fight happened.
Oh
that's
my God.
I mean, the fight happened, right? If Cardi said the fight happened because you kicked the girl,
okay,
then why are you questioning me about it didn't happen or not?
You know what? I'm going to humble myself, and I'm going to just let you have this. The point, and I'm going to just say this. The point I was trying to make is for the interview for Neek at night, when Neek was asking her questions, you kept cutting Star off saying, no, this is what happened, when you weren't actually there to say what happened. You was only telling Neek what Star had told you, but Star was right there, so Star
talking about the shadow people.
What she told you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, Star was up there, and when she started talking about the shadow people that were following her, and things was just getting off track, I say, Star, they don't want to hear about the shadow people. Did I not say that?
But we still wanted to hear her words. Once again, I'm giving you the perspective of one person sitting in the audience. Other people sitting in the audience may feel totally different, or they may feel the same as I do. My perception was, I was just like, damn, I wish he would let Star talk, because I want to hear what Star has to say. Because
Star, you go on my channel, and Star had a lot to say for 2.5 hours straight.
And here's another reason why we think you're exploiting her. Every time somebody tells you something like this, you're like, just go to my channel. Just go to my channel. Okay, bro, we'll go to your channel. We get it. You have a channel, you want to promote it. That's fine. I'm just saying, I would have liked to hear what Star had to say from her.
Star said a lot for 2.5 hours on this. Oh, look, hold up, ma'am. Nick at night saw exactly. It was no need for us to go. Nick was going to do a reaction video to what was already said on the channel already. And the thing is, if I have something that's breaking on my channel, oh well, shit, go to the channel if you want to see it. I'm not, that's what it is. So like that's all it is. She talked for 2.5 hours straight, and you could go in there and hear her live and unhinged on that channel, on that particular video, and you get to hear everything that all her feelings about.
But I didn't want to listen to her on your channel on that video. I was watching Neek's channel, trying to hear Star talk about her account of the situation. So I just wanted to hear.
When people start asking questions about herpes, listen. When people start asking questions about herpes and prostitution, when there was a gag order, not a gag order, but there was a cease and desist letter that said that I think that should be respected by, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, no, we're not gonna go. Don't let them bait you into that shit.
But you didn't do that. That's not what you did. That's not what you did. This is what you did. You was like, Neek
give an example of what I said verbatim and what she was about to say.
I don't know verbatim, bro.
Okay, if you don't know, then come back.
The transcript of this.
Okay, I'll go live sometime this week, and I want you to come back.
What are we talking about? But this is what I saw.
What I want you to do, hold on, because right now you're just speaking on feelings. So if what I want you to do is get your receipts together.
And I have that right, just like you're acting on feelings right now.
Hold up, because I'm not going to answer something that you don't have no basis of what.
Why? I got to respect you, but you can't respect when I talk.
What I'm saying to you is, you don't have right now. You're going to ask me about something that you feel that happened, and then I'm telling like, okay, I don't know what you're referring to or giving me an example of. You don't have an example, so you're not prepared. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
Be prepared.
And look, this is why just talking to you solidified to me. Yes, you are exploiting this girl. You see
that's your feelings. That's your feelings. But
yeah, just trying to have a conversation with you. Like you're trying to.
No, I'm just saying to you, when you get out in the media,
if you want to get out in the media, me just asking you questions, bro.
Hold up. If you want to get out in the media and you want to ask questions to somebody,
I'm not a media person. I'm not a media person.
All right, well, I'm just telling you.
I don't work for CBS.
I'm just telling you.
Regular listener that's asking you questions because you told Conscious.
But I don't have you don't have an example of the violation. That's what I'm saying, ma'am. I can't answer something if you don't have an example of it. If you give me an example of it, then I can say, okay, yeah, I can tell you.
You won't even listen to me to hear my
I haven't listened to you.
It doesn't even really matter.
No. What I'm saying is, if you felt like what I was doing was wrong, right? And I'm saying, please give me an example of what I did was wrong, and then you don't have no evidence of the wrongdoing, then why would I answer
Now
your
you a
question
lawyer.
at this point?
Here we
No,
go.
I'm just
Now
saying you can go to court. Yeah, if you go to court and you don't have any form of evidence, and you want to prosecute somebody or ask questions or whatever,
I'm not a
then,
lawyer.
then it's baseless to even answer a question when you don't have any form of evidence.
So like I was saying, so when I was watching the interview, anytime Neek would ask Star a question, you would kind of cut her off and you would answer for her. And me, as someone watching, I did do that.
I did do that to protect you from being liable.
Okay, I'm gonna move past it. Once again, I'm gonna just because I see
I'm agreeing with you.
You want to be defensive.
No, I'm agreeing with you on certain levels. Okay, certain questions were asked to Star, and I felt like if the reason why I was there was to make sure that she didn't find herself in the similar shit she was in 2018.
Okay, cool. Bro, why didn't you just say that from the beginning? I even said that. I was like, maybe you and Star had a conversation so you could be a shield for her. If that was the situation, that was the situation. I don't know why we just had to argue for 10 minutes for you to just say that. I had already said that in the beginning of the conversation. That's cool. You did that for your friends. That's what she told you to do. I commend you for that.
Yeah,
you was there as a buffer.
Had a legally liable, so I think I did a good job, right?
Cool,
so
cool.
I didn't care. Like my whole thing is not there to be there to be a gift so that everybody get this exclusive or whatever. It was there to actually protect her from the fuck shit. Yeah.
Awesome. And look, that's the only answer I want. I don't know.
Is that not being a friend though, right? Is that not being a friend, right?
You to say that.
Is that not being a friend?
I mean, if that's your definition of friendship, but I can't tell you who to be in this girl's life. Just like I would never, because I'm not you, you're not me. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's who she wants you,
but if you respect,
if that's how she wants you to show up in her life, then yes, you were a good friend because you did what she asked you to do.
Okay,
right?
Yeah, that was an intention.
Now, I'm just asking questions that a lot of people in the audience may have because, like I said,
I'm glad if they felt the same way. I'm glad I cleared that up.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to questions that I have. I'm trying to clear them up in my mind because, like I said, what I saw, it was just my perspective. It's an outside looking in perspective. I don't know you, Star, Neek. I'm just a YouTube watcher. But I do understand why a lot of women is like, oh, he just out here pimping this girl because it just seemed like every time she tried to talk, you would start talking. And we like, damn, can she speak for herself? But if you two had already had that set up, I can understand why you would cut her off when she was saying certain things as so she wouldn't incriminate or embarrass herself, I guess would be a better word.
Yes, that's what my intentions there. Another thing is, she was not really supposed to. It's supposed to be just me and Nick at night originally. Then she asked me, could I get Star? I said, all right. But I told her, I was like, if she come on, I want to make sure that she's protected. And so, like, it didn't matter who got on there, even Dennis Byron, if he got on there and he want to ask a question as a Star reporter, I didn't give a fuck. I was there to protect my friend from getting back into some shit. Okay? That was it. I was there for my friend.
You know, which brings me to another point. I think that people are who they are, right? And we all are, hopefully we all are on this journey to grow and change. So what you would consider a friend, I wouldn't necessarily consider a friend. That's why I asked you your age in the beginning, because I'm 38, so I've grown, changed, healed, still trying to heal. I've gone through a lot of things. I'm a vet too. I've served 2 tours in Afghanistan. So I understand, you know, certain things that Star was saying or that you said about her or in defense of her. I'll word it that way. So I don't necessarily see certain things that you did as a friendly act, but that's because I'm not you and you're not me. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had a friend in this situation, I wouldn't be going from platform to platform speaking on her behalf.
I've been on Nick at Night and I've been on this platform because I've already had a relationship with Conscious prior to this whole thing.
Okay.
I haven't been any other place.
And I did request Octavius as well.
Yes.
He didn't hit me up. I hit him up to come onto the platform.
Okay, we already did a video on Lester. We already did a video on before. So
and for me, I had made sure not to ask Star Marie to come up. I wanted him to come up because I just didn't think it'd be good for Star per se to be here. So I asked for him instead.
Yeah, and Conscious has said that before. So when you weren't on, I don't know if you were in the audience or not, but he has said like, "Hey, he didn't hit me up. I hit him up to come on." But again, when I'm saying the things I'm saying, you're already in defense mode as you should be. It's really not to attack you. It's just to gain my own understanding. I wouldn't do that in this situation for a friend, because all the shit that happened with Tasha, I wouldn't even want my friend to be caught up in it. And maybe it's a lot of people in the audience that feel that way, like, man, I wouldn't do that for a friend. But you're not us. We're not you. So the way you handle your friendship doesn't make
Yeah, but
if
we put it out there, we both put it out there that, you know, and I hate to sound like a broken record, because I think we may have looked way over this, but if I put it out there that the woman already has underlying, it has dealt with trauma from that particular person, she has underlying mental issues, and there's a predatory thing going on with people that want to have this exclusives. They want to come along, get on the channel, and they want to be the one to ask the $4 million questions to get it tangled up again. Then I feel like me and her both wanted to tell the public again, because this is not nothing new, about try to remind them of everything that's happened. We just letting the bloggers know, if I'm not around and you get with her, you know what I'm saying, and you want to talk about that kind of stuff, just know that you already know you have a person that's dealing with trauma from that situation, and they already have an underlying mental issue. And if you want to get on there and have to do the Tasha King thing all over again, that's on you. That's all I'm saying. So I think we were successful at putting that narrative out, because it's not just a narrative; it's the truth. You see that she gets triggered by Cardi B. Can you agree to that?
Yes.
Okay, and you can see that she has an underlying health issue, but mental issue, right?
Yeah, everyone does.
Okay, so the thing is, because of the predatory nature of YouTube and other platforms besides YouTube, just want to make, because people were trying to get in them inboxes, they just put them up. We're giving a public notice. If you get on your show, you take the liability for that, because she's already let you know that what she's dealing with. That's all I'm saying. Moving forward, because 5 years from now, if somebody catch up with her and she didn't make that statement public enough, brother, excuse me. You know
what? I just changed. I think I
and
changed.
We do have some
my,
other callers I gotta get to as well, boo.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to clear, but I'm gonna say this last thing. I think just talking to, I changed my stance on what was going on. I do think that you were being a friend, because no matter what I thought about what my friend did in the situation, I would still defend my friend to the end. I think what the audience is looking for is for Star to take some form of accountability. All of them. Star, Cardi, all of them take some form of accountability.
But she apologized for going on Tasha K.
Huh?
She apologized for going on Tasha K.
No. But I think it's coming off like she doesn't see anything. She doesn't see her part in it. Like, it's kind of coming off like she's just a straight out victim of it in it all.
Yeah, because she's traumatized.
She is in some ways, but in some ways she's not. Like, nobody forced her to go on Tasha K. Nobody forced her to make that first video. Let me tell you, life is about choices and consequences, right? You make your choice. You can't choose the consequence. She made a choice to make a live stream and to go on Tasha K. She couldn't have never known what the consequences was going to be, but consequences happened from what she did. And I think maybe the audience, we just looking for her to say, yeah, I did that shit. I probably shouldn't have, because look at all the BS that came from it. But she's just like, oh, they made me and this person made me. But you know what? I think I'm on your side now. You were just being a friend to your friend, as you should have been. But I think people are already looking for Star to just be like, yeah, I did the interview. Yeah, I lied or I didn't lie or whatever. And all this stuff transpired because of that one interview. I didn't know it was going to happen, but it happened. But I'm going to get off here.
Okay, thank you so much, love. Thank you for your time, boo.
Thank you. Y'all have a good night. Bye, chat.
You too, boo. So you are saying, Octavius, that Star is officially diagnosed, like her?
Yes.
Okay, she does have an official diagnosis.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay. I want to bring into play Faye Call. Are you there, love?
Yeah, can you hear me, honey?
Yes, I can hear you loud, live, and in color. What's going on?
I just want to say I love your show.
Oh, thank you so much. I love you for loving it.
I love your vibe. You have good wisdom, I think.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm a little ghetto, but it's okay, you know.
Yeah, you are, but everyone has a...
Thank you. So what are your thoughts tonight?
So my thing is with Star Marie is like I believe that if you have a mental illness, you shouldn't talk about anything that would trigger you, period. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like too she kind of uses her mental illness like a excuse for her behavior.
Okay, can I ask you a question about that? Can you
Yeah.
name any other instances outside of Cardi B where she used it?
Well, like with the whole Dr. Sabby stuff that she disrespected him, the wife, and then another thing. Mainly, I know her from the whole Cardi B situation. I didn't really care about.
I don't know if that was any disrespect to Dr. Sabby.
But like I said, I mean,
because you know how Dr. Sabi's son reaches out to her to this very day. You know that, right? I don't know if you know it. I know that, right?
My whole thing is, regardless of who reaches out to her now.
Okay, but there's no other situation you got besides the Cardi B situation at this point. So you just debunked the Dr. Sabi situation.
Okay.
Because I was saying the family still is friends with Star to a certain degree. They didn't have a problem with what happened.
My whole thing is, if you are mentally ill, okay, it still does not give you an excuse to go on a platform and, you know, like try to say that the person have STIs and stuff like, and then try to blame it on your mental health. I mean, you still have to think twice before you speak. I understand for some people it's harder because, you know, like they think and then they talk, then they realize like, oh shit, did I just blurt that out? Everyone has that moment, but you can't do stuff like that and then use mental illness and try to make people like sympathize with you. And I kind of feel like she need to take the lawsuit too, not just Tasha K. I mean, I really don't fuck with Tasha K like that. I like her show. I don't agree with everything she says, but I think she should have split that money 50-50 with Tasha K. And I really feel bad that Tasha K allowed, you know, someone on her show to like influence her in a negative way about Cardi, even though I'm sure she already had her personal problem or whatever she had with Cardi, you know. But at the end of the day, I kind of feel bad for her because it's like this person basically got you in a whole bunch of crap and got you caught up, and now you're financially paying for everything.
Okay.
Before you respond to that, Octavius, I just want to hold on, you guys, hold on. I just want to interject really quick. Mods, I know this chat is moving kind of fast, but there are a lot of comments that YouTube is like hiding. Could you guys help me hide some of this stuff, because it's like back to back to back? I want you guys to unhide some of these comments that Google moderator is censoring for whatever reason. If you guys can help me mod, that'd be wonderful. If some of you guys are interested in moderating tonight, please let me know. I might mod some of y'all up as well, because it's exhausting me to keep seeing this shit fly by and all these comments are hidden. But go ahead, Octavius, and respond to the situation.
I kind of forgot what you said. Can you repeat it?
Can you reiterate your question, Boo?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a question. I just said that I wish.
You're like the 50-50 thing? Hell no.
Yeah. 50-50.
No. Let me tell you why. Cardi B herself said what really took her over the top was when you start talking about her family. There's one thing that she said, pretty much in summary, what she said was that it was one thing to just talk about her, which that first interview was, but when they start talking about the baby and all that other stuff that Tasha herself, after receiving a cease and desist letter, just like Star Marie did, continued on her own. Right? Star Marie stopped. Okay? So she obeyed the cease and desist letter. Tasha K did. She said, I'm going to wipe my ass with it. If I think that's what she said, Conscious, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how is she supposed to split it 50-50? When Cardi herself said, what put her over the top was, start talking about family and all that kind of stuff, and the baby. I won't even go into the details of everything, because but it was talking about she went beyond all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying,
Yeah.
but my point of I don't agree with everything Tasha K said about Cardi B. And
yeah, but I don't see how you can say that she's supposed to take it 50-50.
what I'm trying, okay, that's why I want to explain my perspective. The reason why I said that is because I'm sure Tasha K was thinking, okay, when CMarie went on her platform, she spoke from a point of view as if she has a good established relationship with Cardi B. I mean, I wasn't diagnosed with any mental health issues. Like, I'm a nurse and stuff, so I'm sure of everything and remember what I'm saying. So she went on that platform speaking as if she know this girl really well. She even
Well, the girl kicked your ass.
I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, she was talking
Okay, the girl kicked the ass.
As if she known her. She said this is her friends, like her sexual partner that told her ABCD about what Cardi has, all of that. So from Tasha K point of view is, okay, this is someone who knows her. She said that she lived in her apartment and stuff, so I'm sure she had like some personal bond, with Cardi. So there's a high chance of everything she's telling me, I can't believe it. Now, where she lacked was making sure that she didn't have, she had proof of everything that CMarie was saying.
I mean, Cardi could have took care of that business and sued her for millions and stuff, but it looked like she did.
Well,
so Cardi B herself must have looked at it and said, it really ain't even worth it going further than what she did.
This lawsuit was going on for like almost 4 years. CMarie did not say a damn thing. After they, that the judge decided to give the verdict, all of a sudden, now CMarie with serious mental illness that has been diagnosed, taking medication, all of a sudden she's capable of speaking. I mean,
she spoke. Yeah, she's been speaking since November 10th on other subjects besides what you want to hear about.
I mean, she had enough sense to keep her mouth shut for like 3 years. But now all of a sudden she...
Well, like I said to the previous caller, and I don't know if you've been listening to the previous caller, like we talked with. Like, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but there was bloggers and stuff, including from what I see in the screenshots that I have on my phone. Tasha K from Facebook reached out to her.
It don't matter what Tasha K. Tasha K.
No, it does matter, because what I'm saying is, hold up. What I'm saying is that I didn't want. Hold up, ma'am. Let me finish. It doesn't matter. You said it doesn't matter. It does matter if Tasha K and other bloggers would come out and they want to. It does. I'm getting text messages, but yeah, it does matter. It matters in the sense of this. If these bloggers who are predatory in nature want to get it back out there, the breaking story would be to get her on there to reignite. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That interview again by reconfirming all that stuff that was talked about. The premise of me and Star both, what we wanted to do, it was pretty much to let people know her side of the story, is that she was traumatized by the woman at a point in her life. And
a girl with kids.
Okay, hold on. You're a nurse, right? Are you a nurse?
Yeah.
Okay, so a person, but that's just like expecting someone with bipolar disorder or schizophrenia to pause and think logically. So you're gonna speak with some. No, I'm saying, but you would think that in the hospital you're dealing with some of those type of behavior disorders. They have a chemical imbalance. So if you know that as a medical professional, and I shouldn't be educating you on this. So what I'm saying to you is, if he has this, sometimes they do things that's out of their control. And when you enhance with something with trauma in it, if someone is dealing with trauma, hold up, man. If someone's dealing with trauma, right, then that even adds more to it. You know what I mean?
I know people who have schizophrenia. Like, I understand a lot of them, and they have medication that they take for that and stuff like that. At the end of the day, those people do not go saying, I mean, of course, they talk.
I'm not confirming or denying she has. I just said she had mental illness. I'm not trying to put out
that she has schizophrenia. I'm just using an example. I know people with mental health issues, and a lot, even if they don't take their medications, a lot of them, they see things from a different point of view, okay? But usually they see things from a point of view when that situation already occurred. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you saying somebody try to eat you out and then they have herpes, and you know, like that doesn't.
Okay, now, check this out, right? You said that the scenarios doesn't change. Mona Simone is supposed to put the scenario changing. Remember that back in 2018? I see it. She be in the chat over here. So yes, you know.
Mine is.
No, I'm not saying. When I'm saying to you, it changed because he does have that situation.
Okay.
You just prove exactly what I'm saying.
My thing is, why now? The verdict has been, this verdict has been spoken. Like, the judge already made her decision. It is what it is. So why is she speaking up now? This is history. I mean, Tasha.
I've been saying the same thing all night.
You just gotta.
And now all I'm saying is pretty much what we had done. All right. Okay. What pretty much.
Because at the end of the day, if somebody have a cold sore and then you're saying that's herpes, I mean, of course you try to, fix it up. But at the end of the day, when you're saying stuff on a platform like Tasha K, who has
you're talking about someone who has mental illness. You're trying to act as if they have agency.
Well, at the end of the day,
some situations they don't have agency, especially if they've been traumatized. That's just like asking a rape victim who suffers from mental illness to talk about a rapist. Hold up, to talk about a rapist in from a factual perspective. Okay, that's not going to happen. I'm just sorry, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's illogical for that to even take place.
Rape, I cannot ever compare mental health and rape, especially with a
No. The original term for rape. No, let me give you an education on it. The original term for rape is to take hold. If you take hold of somebody, hold up, ma'am. I know you're losing your argument, but I'm saying, let me tell you, if you take hold of somebody, right, and without their consent, the original form of that's a form of rape. That's the original form of rape. The original definition of it is when you beat somebody up, violate them physically. It's not rape. I'm not saying that's rape, but you violated them physically. You took hold of them and you violated them physically, and that could cause trauma. A lot of people deal with trauma from being. Hold on. A lot of people deal with trauma from being jumped, almost murdered. Things that they call that. I don't give a fuck. But I'm saying the thing is, you can deal with PTSD. Some people, hold up, ma'am. Strippers are humans too. Shit. Okay, so they can, just because you're a stripper don't mean that you can't deal with PTSD from a traumatic event. Are you serious?
I mean, I know people who are strippers. They pay their way through college, while stripping. But they have some hood mentality, because in a lifestyle like that, for example, you gotta know when you're meeting a pimp, when you're meeting somebody who's trying to sex traffic you. I mean, you gotta be up there. That's not something where for somebody who's a slow bitch to be doing. I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm just saying. Like, there's no way you're gonna be a stripper.
No, but you're a nurse and you just call a mental health patient a slow bitch.
I'm not calling her.
Okay, but you okay. Okay, but I'm saying I think you need to go back and reassess how you're talking right now, because you move forward with that, you're looking bad.
somebody who's a pathological liar for anybody to feel sorry.
Okay,
I mean,
well, who else you lied on outside of this scenario, ma'am? That's the first thing I asked you, and you tried to say Dr. Sabi in that situation. Dr. Sabi's family is cool with her.
If you go on YouTube, I'm sorry that I don't spend my entire time going.
Okay, but you're making statements, just like I told the previous caller. You make come on here. You make statements. You don't have any. Hold on, you're making statements and accusations, and you don't have anything to back up your accusations. You just freestyle. And the thing is, when you start doing that, I can't. When you start freestyling, I can't respond in kind. I just can't because you speak it out of the air. You don't have no substance to your argument.
I do. I think you're the one who don't have any substance to your argument because you're trying to make
that's your thought, and
your friend is a victim. Even if she's a mental health patient or whatever she claims she is, all of a sudden, okay, if you know you have that diagnosis, then you should keep your mouth shut and not go on public platforms talking about somebody's private parts.
Because you like that person. That's what it is. Because you like that person. You're a fan, obviously, of Cardi. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a fan of some celebrity that you'll never meet, that'll never grace your Instagram, your Twitter, or your YouTube account. They'll never fuck with you ever in their life, but you're going hard body for somebody that would never talk to you. The thing is, if CMarie, out of all those women, she is the only one that made herself available on my channel for 6 hours. Anybody could have came over there and asked her the question during that time. And after that, it's done. It's a wrap. She's not going to talk about it ever again. And I'm just saying, if you want to get on it, you want to get her, you want to sneak and just go ahead and get her on your panels and shit like that, we let you know the woman has mental health issues. You take the legal liability moving forward. You know what I mean? After that, it's done.
Because I see people trying to say I'm rude for talking about a mental health patient.
You called her slow bitch.
Okay, this woman knew she had a mental health her damn self. She should have took her medication and stay out of the public eye. She was trying to get clout, saying that she knows this person.
What clout has she got, ma'am? No. Before you go forward, what clout has she got?
For her ass should be sued too, mental health or not. If you know damn well you have mental health, sit the hell down.
So should Cardi be sued for kicking her ass?
Even know or
should Cardi? Hold up. Should Cardi be sued for kicking her ass?
Your club does not mean you know that person.
Should Cardi be sued for snitching on herself for whipping the woman's ass?
I mean, if she needed an ass whooping, she deserved it.
All right, you just killed yourself.
Well, thank you for your thoughts, Fake Call. We definitely got to get to some other callers, boo.
All right, thank you, love.
Thank you, love.
Nice talking to you.
Are you sure you ready for tonight? I'll tape.
Huh?
Are you sure you ready for tonight? The heels are bloody tonight.
Hey, they break it out, man.
The red bottoms are got lava beneath them, brother.
Hey, it's all good.
Okay, all right.
Standing on truth. That's all that matters.
All right. I want to bring in Brishia. I don't even want to say your last name, boo. Are you there, love?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, what's going on? What are your thoughts, boo?
Okay, first I would like to say, you slaying right now. I love your hair.
Oh, thank you so much, love. Thank you. Don't flatter me, okay?
Oh, no. I'm just, it's the truth.
No, thank you, boo. I appreciate you.
I want to get down to when was CMarie, like, when was she officially diagnosed? And what was she diagnosed with?
That's a HIPAA violation.
Yeah, we probably can't get too much into the medical information situation.
Okay, so let's just go with when was she officially diagnosed? Was it recently or was it
She served in Iraq. She served in Iraq. She talked about her PTSD from Iraq, and there was other issues that she dealt with too.
All right, so you're saying PTSD.
And other issues, but I'm not going to reveal. So we just.
All right, no, I understand that. I just wanted to know because there are certain mental illnesses that, for example, like PTSD, it doesn't cause you to Like what you were
Okay,
making.
we can't. I just said we can't go into the science.
Well,
of
I'm
that
just saying
argument
you said
I'm
that.
just saying if you want to go on just to PTSD, that wouldn't be fair to the situation, because I told you there's other things, and I don't want to violate her privacy, which she's entitled to. So I don't. That far as me, as far as us going any further with that conversation, I think it'll be no.
All right, but all I'm saying is, all I'm trying to get to is that for the argument to be made that because you did previously brought up that with her previous conversations with Tasha K, her her mental illnesses caused her to basically say things that she wasn't supposed to say, that wasn't true. And I'm just trying to get to the point of it's like when you're like in the court of law, right? There's certain aspects that you have to how can I say this? There's certain aspects of like a mental illness that you have to say that I was not in my right mind at this point in time to know that I wasn't saying the things that I should have said, or that caused me to do things that I was not aware of at that time. And I know you're saying that you're her friend and whatever. All I'm trying to get to is to the point of, when I seen the video, it didn't seem to me as if she wasn't in her right mind to not know right from wrong. You get what I'm trying to say?
Are you a mental health professional?
No, I'm not. But all I'm trying to get to is, did she not have a perception of right and wrong at that time?
What I do know is she was dealing with trauma from that particular individual that's being conversated about.
Okay,
And,
so was it?
And also, she talked about she was under a form of duress because of the fact that after the Instagram video that was posted online, she was receiving death threats from people, and she was already stressed. That added even more to that, exasperated her mental health in a negative way during that time when she was on Tasha K. She stated that she was under duress. And also, when you talk about court, you can't sign a legal document if you're under duress. It voids the document. And
Right.
so the thing is, there was death threats and the things of that nature. And she also discussed that her and the particular blogger had a discussion about these things that were happening, and so if she was told in a certain sense it would probably be better if she get it out and it would help or something like that. So she said that they had a discussion about it, and hold up. I said about her situation where people were threatening her life.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And she was already under even if that was true or not. The fact of the matter is, she was receiving death threats at that time, because, you know what I'm saying, and even especially after that, I did see people, coming into her inboxes and stuff during that time, threatening, phone calling, meetups, like she'd be out at the airport, somebody would walk up to her, type of stuff. So, yeah, that was the rest during that whole situation.
So you're saying that at that time when she did the interview, she would have been deemed incompetent, right?
I'm not saying that or not, because I'm not an attorney. But what I am saying is it's provable that she was stressed out during that time when she made those comments going further on that panel, and that she was already traumatized by the particular celebrity.
Okay, but what I'm trying to get to is that, was this before or after the alleged fight? Because now you're switching it up.
The fight happened years ago, prior to this whole thing.
Okay, but you previously said that it was before the fight, and now.
Well, no, I didn't say anything but before a fight. I never said that. I'm saying she had mental illness before the fight, but I'm saying she suffered more trauma. She got more trauma added to her after the fight in New York. That's what I'm saying. And because she got jumped that night. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
Okay, and so as her friend, I'm just trying to figure out, like, why coming out with all of this right now? Why now? Because it seems
I
to
keep
me
telling y'all the
as
same
if.
thing. I keep telling you the same thing. It's because other
But
bloggers.
aren't you guys worried about her mental health? Because I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that
I'm worried about
if
it because
people
the
were
thing
giving
is,
her death threats,
hold on.
if people were giving, no, I'm not done. If people were giving her death threats, then will they not be doing the same thing now, which would then cause it to start a cycle of mental illness, if for her mental illness to rear its head back up? Like, why now? Before the fight, after the fight, before the interview, after the interview, regardless, like, why now? Why open that door again? Because
I'm like right now, ma'am. I'm sounding like a broken. I'm not sure if y'all hearing the previous callers, and I've been saying the same thing all night. I gave the reasons why. Even in the beginning of the show, I've talked about the reasons why, and it's kind of become tiresome at this point to keep reiterating the same thing. And like I said, the thing is, we are letting it's a public notice to let people know she suffered trauma from the celebrity. The celebrity has admitted that she has did things to her physically at one point in her life, and that she's triggered by that particular subject. So if you come to her and like you don't have, you come to her as a blogger or reporter or whatever, and you think you're going to do any form of entrapment to try to get her back illegally liable again, I'm just telling you guys that she's already made it publicly known that she's dealing with something, and that person has traumatized them at some point of her life, and that person admits that they have done physical harm to her. So that's what we're saying. So
okay,
like
so
the thing is, if the thing
is that person bothering her now?
I'm talking about the bloggers. I'm not worried about Cardi B. Cardi B would probably never interact with Star ever again in life. I'm talking about the bloggers, the people that want to, the opportunists. You know what I mean? Like, matter of fact, see, if you go out and look at some of those music videos that you see out there, she's not getting no money or nothing like that. There's YouTube channels with her name on it that she don't get no credit. No, it's probably could be monetized. Who knows? They got thousands of views. Those music videos belong to somebody else. Don't belong to her. There was opportunities even around that time, took advantage of during that time. So there's a lot of predatory behavior that's taking place concerning that whole Cardi B situation. And what I'm saying to you is that because she's publicly,
do you not feel like that you're adding fuel to the fire? Because if I feel like personally, if you're quiet and she's quiet and both of you guys aren't saying anything, it's really nothing to talk about but only the previous conversation she had with other bloggers.
Listen, she was considering going back on Tasha K's panel. Jesus Christ. I mean, I keep saying the same thing. You know what I mean? Like the thing, she just hit me this last, like we just reconnected last week. You know, like I said, she take hiatus, and there's people that come. You gotta understand that. And so I'm saying, if you get this person that's dealing with trauma from that celebrity, and that's already dealing with mental illness on your panel, to try to do the exclusive exposures or whatever the hell you want to do, you already been let know. It already has been let be known by myself and Star that she's dealing with something, and you take the liability from that point forward.
So you're saying that just in case Star Marie wants to go back on the panel, you guys already have an excuse in place if she lies again.
If she lies again.
Yes. That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay, but you're talking about a mental health patient that's been traumatized by Cardi through that fight. So, I mean, you can do with it whatever you want. Like I said, I'm not here to convince you of whether that story was true or false. I don't give a fuck. But what I will say
Who are you
is
talking to like
no,
that?
no, no. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the crowd.
Oh.
So, yeah, just saying. Personally, I don't care. So what I'm telling you is, I don't care about any details of the story. I personally don't care. I don't. I'm not there to defend whether the woman had herpes, whether they were roommates, or whatever. I don't care. I really don't. But all I'm saying is to you, if you, as a blogger or a reporter, want to get on your panel and you try to find ways to coerce her or seduce her behind the scenes, especially after they said me and her are not friends at that time or whatever, you take the liability. Because she said she don't let you know. She already let people know years ago that was the case. But now it's in the mainstream. So if you get out there and you want to destroy her,
but you can't use that. She can't use that as an excuse, because, like you previously said, you said she's seeking help. She's on medication and she's doing good.
The subject matter of Cardi alone causes her duress. Do you not get that?
No, what I don't get is if it causes her that much duress, why keep talking about it? Why would she even try to put herself in that position? Like you just said, she was thinking about going back on Tasha's K page and talk about it. If it gives her that much duress that it would take her from a healthy mental state to a bad mental state to the point. Excuse me, sir. I'm still talking. Please don't let the New York come out of me. I'm still talking. Like I was saying, if it takes her from a nice healthy mental state to a poor, bad mental state to the point where you guys are already saying, well, if she goes on your page and talks about this, then it's going to cause her duress. So you guys going to be the ones liable, but not her. Then why would she even consider going on it? Because as a grown woman, 40-something, she should not even want to put herself in that situation, period. I'm 27 and I would not put myself in myself in an environment where my mental state would be at risk to the point where I gotta tell people, well, if I go on your page and you ask me about X, Y, and Z, and we're talking about X, Y, and Z, and now I'm all duress and it's gonna be your fault, so you better watch. That makes absolutely no sense. She's a grown woman. That makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, you've been talking in circles and it don't make sense.
What it is, so. It don't make sense to you, but that's what it is.
It don't make sense to anyone.
I'm saying, okay, if you know
like
somebody,
it's stupid if I go and you try to make it logic, it's not
making sense to you, but it makes sense. That's what I'm telling you. So what I'm saying, if you, as a responsible blogger, want to get somebody that's mentally ill on your platform that's been traumatized by somebody, and have them talk about a particular subject matter that's already been put out publicly, that person is dealing with trauma, that person is dealing with mental illness. It has been put out on the public platforms. You, as that blogger, you took the risk yourself to do that.
How? No one's making a grown woman go and put herself in a place where she can be.
I'm done asking that question, because I know you want to drill, but what I'm saying is it makes sense because of the fact that she was being public. If I put it out there, this person is publicly has an issue, all right, and then you go and find her and you get on your panel and you want to say, oh yeah, tell us about herpes and the prostitution, and you staying in the house again. You do that shit on your own. Do it. You go ahead. Fine. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. And see what happens to you. So what I'm saying is, don't bring on your platform. This is a public announcement. Don't bring on your platform to talk about no Cardi B situations, as far as talking about no herpes and all that kind of shit, because it's most likely to be on you.
And we are going to have to get to some other callers, boo.
All right. Thank you.
I thank you so much, love.
I mean, and I'll just say this to her. People with mental issues usually don't make the best decisions. That's why they have mental issues.
What?
People with mental issues usually don't make the best decisions.
No, people with mental issues who don't take the proactive steps to stay mentally
all right. Well, all mental patients
does not make the best decisions. Don't do that.
I know you're caping hard for your people. What I'm trying to say is,
who's my people?
I mean, whoever your people is. Because she
Like
sounds like
you're
invested.
supposed to be her friend, and you're basically saying it's okay if she puts herself in these mentally
I'm saying
distressing
it's an
situations.
announcement to these bloggers that's predatory in nature. Don't fuck with it. That's what I'm saying.
So, all right, sir.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Boo, for coming up.
Thank you,
I
Conscious.
appreciate you, love. There was an individual who was trying to get up here who had emailed me in the background. Your name starts with the A. You were in here before, but I don't see you backstage now. I was going to let you come up next. So if you can hit the link again at some point, let me know. I'm going to keep moving. We have Taisha Moore here. Can you hear me, love?
Yeah. Yes. Can you hear me?
Hey, Boo. Yes, I can hear you loud, live, and in color. What's going on?
I just started watching your show, and I love it.
Oh, thank you so much. I love that you love it. I appreciate you.
Good. So, Octavius, I have a question. How are you doing? My question is, where were you when Star was homeless?
Like I said, she take hiatuses from me. And
for 2 years?
No, it wasn't for 2 years. For that time, she was in a homeless shelter through the VA. They actually gave her up a good place to stay in New York.
Next question. When you keep talking about how she was traumatized with this fight, what type of ass whooping did they get her? Because I would think to get stitches, broken ribs. I mean,
the thing is, people deal with their trauma how they deal with it. The thing is, that person admitted to they kicking the woman, and that it was punches and stuff being thrown by other dancers. So it happened. And the thing is,
I'm not disputing. Okay.
Yeah, let's hold up.
Disputing the fact that it happened.
Question, ma'am. Let me get into it. The thing is, I can't determine how a person deal with any form of trauma that's inflicted on them. I can't go into Star's head or how she should have dealt with that. Neither can you.
But that wasn't my question. My question was she hospitalized after this?
No, she wasn't hospitalized. She just dealt with her own trauma after that. She was beat up by a group of people.
Okay. I also heard you say that anytime Cardi come up, it triggers her.
Mm-hmm.
Don't TV either, huh? Because Cardi's everywhere. And it's just my opinion. I think the whole situation is full of shit. When she did the interview with TashaK, she knew she was lying. And
I just really said I don't care whether or not she was or not. I'm just saying she's dealing with trauma and mental illness, and she also was dealing under a state of duress, being threatened by street gang members. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not the arguments about the details of that case. I don't care. I don't care about what she said on that. I don't care. That ain't. You never heard me say confirm this and confirm that about.
But I did.
But I'm saying as far as the fight and all that stuff go, yeah. But
what I did,
I was a call on the phone. Other than that, as far as the herpes and the prostitution, I don't know if that shit happened. I personally don't care, and I don't tend to argue on that.
Right, but I did hear you say when you were on Nick at Night, it was like you and your friend be held accountable for anything. She wouldn't even apologize. Well, didn't even apologize. What she said was
Cardi didn't apologize for kicking her ass either. So I mean, we need to get her. You need to get her on Consciouztv to drill her too.
But okay, it's basically like you had to make her apologize for even watch the show. She didn't take any.
She apologized, did she not? She could have said no. Did she apologize?
No. What she said was, "I apologize for going on TashaK's show." That's just like someone steal from you, and after they get caught, now they're sorry. They wasn't sorry for what they did. They were sorry. The backlash that she got afterwards.
She was getting backlash prior to that. From the Instagram, for the Instagram, she was getting death threats before she went on the show.
All right. Thank you, Conscious. Thank you, Octavius.
Thank you so much, love. Thank you for being here.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye. We're going to bring up, let me see if my girl is back. I still don't see her in the background. don't know where she went. I'll have to bring up my boo Barbara. Hold on, let me see real quick. This is her. Okay, there she is. Okay. Hey, Amina.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, love. Yes, I can hear you loud, live, and in color. What's going on?
So yes, I've been listening to all the callers, and I've been watching all of your shows, and I love your show.
Thank you.
I subscribe.
Thank you.
Because you are just so entertaining, and you just know how to break it down and tell everybody the real. So I subscribe to your channel.
Yeah.
But I'm calling to make some statements about mental illness. It's clear to see that a lot of these callers do not understand what it's like to have someone that's close to you suffer from mental illness. It's like no matter what you do, like they feel like, oh, she should be held accountable for her actions. How can she be held accountable for her actions when she's not even in control of her actions? That is the mental illness. People are, and I hate that, because it's like they keep on, well, she should know better. She's a grown woman. She got kids. I have a sister that suffers from mental illness. She has a son. She was going to work. Everything. She was still functioning, was still able to function. That does not mean she was able to make good decisions. It got to the point where she lost her son, lost custody of her son. She would have moments where she spazzes out. She always thought people was out to get her. And that's a lot of the things that I heard CMarie saying. She felt like people were out to get her and people was attacking her. And it starts from trauma. They have a chemical imbalance in their brain. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people might not understand that, but I'm dealing with this firsthand with my sister. It's like I see my sister turn into a whole different kind of person right before my eyes. And she's doing things and saying things that does not make any sense. And
that's dissociative disorder, right?
Yeah, she's bipolar, and she suffers from schizophrenia as well. So a lot of things is like, dang, like I get mad at her because it's like, why are you doing this? Why are you saying this? Oh my God, like, because I'm used to seeing my sister the way she used to be. You see what I'm saying? She started getting bipolar disorder and schizophrenia like in her early 20s. And she was just doing a lot of crazy things. Recently, she had a court date for a traffic ticket. She goes to the court, and it wasn't even the day for her to be there. She knew she had to be the court. You see what I'm saying? She knew she had to be the court. She went to the courthouse, not on the day she was supposed to go, and not at the time she was supposed to be there. She went in the courtroom while they were in session and started cussing out the judge and cussing everybody out, cussing out the court marshals and things like that. And she ended up getting arrested right then. So and I know that's not my sister's normal behavior.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this is kind of.
I know it's from the mental illness.
Yeah.
When they have that mental illness, they are not in control. Once it's like their body is a vehicle. Yeah. When the mental illness takes over, they can't stop it. They're not in control. They do and say a lot of crazy things. Some of the things that they might say, they don't even remember. So for people to get up here and be like, well, why? She needs to be held accountable. She's a liar. She's this. She probably don't even remember saying half that stuff because it was the mental illness. And I need people to really understand that. It's not, she's not in control of it. Now, as far as with my sister, we've been trying to get her help. We've been trying to get her to, get on the medication, to take the medication, but you can't force them. We've called police, we got authorities involved. We have to explain to them, hey, she has mental illness.
I'm glad you're saying that. Go ahead.
Yeah, she has mental illness, and the police said to us, this is exactly what they said. Well, the same thing a lot of these callers are saying. Well, she's grown. We can't force her to do this. We can't force her to take her medicine. We can't force her to do this. She's going to want to have to do it herself.
So let me ask you, hold on. So let me ask you this question, because me and you and Octavius have the same mind when it comes to this, because in my initial commentary, because I have relatives who suffer from mental health, schizophrenia, multiple personalities, it's all over, there's a plethora of issues that some of my relatives have to that point. That's why my take on it was I was holding the family and the friends accountable rather than the Star Marie, because I understand that even staying on track with your mental health, we're asking somebody mentally ill to stay on track with the things that make them well. So there's still a struggle in that. I have relatives who, because they're mentally ill, and the medications help, etc., they still go through bouts, or they get comfortable thinking that they're okay, they don't need their meds, to go off their meds, it becomes a thing.
Right.
There's all, there's all of that. It's a lot. It doesn't happen within a vacuum for sure. So my question to you is, because you have brought up, needing to call the police, etc. So to what extent do you think, I guess we're talking about in some way high functioning mentally ill people who can still work, they can still operate like normal everyday people for the most part, live on their own, get dressed, etc. What do you think the extent of the consequences should be then, if these individuals get in trouble? How do you think that the law or we should deal with that as a society?
Well, the society don't care about the mentally ill. I'm just gonna be honest. It's only so much that we can do. They got it set up to where we cannot force them to do anything for them, unless they're a threat to themselves or others. If they're not a threat to themselves, and they're not like physically a threat to themselves or physically a threat to anyone else, we can't force them to do anything. So it's kind of like, okay, so how can I help this person or get this person on the meds that they need if you have it set up to where we can't force them unless they're a threat to themselves or others? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's so hard, because just like Octavius was saying, it's hard because a lot of people know they have mental disorders, know they're not mentally right, and they will take advantage of that. And I know a lot of people might get mad, but TashaK took advantage of the fact that that girl has a mental disorder, because once you get her up on that platform, you don't know what is going to come flying out her mouth. Because when they're mentally ill like that, they can go off and say whatever, because they feel like everybody's out to get them. Whatever trauma she had or encounter she had with Cardi B is a trigger. So every time she hear Cardi B's name, it's going to trigger her to go off. Not because she's hating on her, not because she's jealous of her. It's because whatever she went through with her is triggering the chemical imbalance in her brain to have all these negative thoughts towards her, and that's why she starts spitting out all these negative things. And at that point, it's beyond her control, because once that mental illness kick in, they just say a bunch of crazy stuff. It's kind of like, and I know everybody can relate to this, like if you ever see like one of them, you might say they might be a crackhead or a junkie walking down the street just talking to themselves and yelling and singing out loud. Like, I know everybody's seen that before, right? So it's kind of like, dang, they crazy, they just saying whatever. No, that's a mental illness. They out here just screaming and talking about, oh, this voices, they out to get me, and they be just walking down the street all just looking crazy, sounding crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's a mental illness. They can't help that. It just comes out. So it's the same thing for Star Marie. I watched the interview with her on Nick at Night, and it just reminded me so much of my sister. I'm listening to her like, oh my God, girl, like, you did say these things that, you know, that you're claiming that you didn't say, but it's sad because she's not able to remember it, because when she was saying it, she was having a mental breakdown. You understand what I'm saying?
And then also to add to you, she went on Mona Simone, I think, later on, and she told a different story. But it was similar, but it was different to a certain. You know what I'm saying?
So I think that sometimes,
like
I think that sometimes what happens
is a trigger, because like certain things that happened to my sister when we was growing up, she would say certain things. Like when she's going on her rants, it'll be certain things that happened in her childhood that she would bring up, but then she starts saying other things like, oh my God, this happened to me, everybody's out to get me. And she just thinks somebody's always out to get her, and somebody's always attacking her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, it's so crazy.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Because I think that sometimes where the public gets hung up is, and maybe it's hard for anybody to know this, even those who are experienced with mentally ill people, is that not knowing what's the mental illness. Or I think sometimes what happens is that sometimes when there is a mental illness at play, sometimes it gets used as a band-aid to disregard or to say that just because a person is mentally ill, that they don't have the capacity to be petty, that they don't have the capacity to be violent, that they don't have the capacity to be liars, and it all gets vacuumed and sucked into the mental illness narrative. And so I think that because everybody is on the outside looking in, that's why the public struggles to discern, well, what part of Star Marie was actively mentally ill at the time, and what was just her being petty, what was her being jealous, what was her being a pathological, intentional liar. That both of those things can be true, that you can have mental illness and still have all of the egotism and all of the human bullshit that comes with just being human. Running alongside both of those things. Like they're running alongside each other in conjunction.
I definitely agree with that. I do. I see where you're coming from. But at the same time, when you have somebody that is mentally ill, it's hard to be able to see, is this something that they really feel? Or is this something that they're saying because of their mental illness? It's kind of hard because it's kind of like, from my personal experience, my sister would say a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, nobody feels this way. Nobody's out to get you. Nobody hates you. Nobody's trying to destroy you. It's just whatever it is with that illness. Like, I'm pretty sure she has schizophrenia because based off of what I heard and seen, that's just what it is. And everybody keep asking why she doing this? Why? You already know why. She's mentally ill. If you know she's mentally ill, then that's the reason. All this other stuff was she has perfect sense to do this. They still have a little sense. They're still able to, you know what I'm saying, function in society, like you said. But at the same time, they're not always making the best decisions. They're not mentally strong enough to make certain decisions. So that's why, it should have been somebody there to, kind of stop her from doing certain things. Like with that Tasha K situation, that should have never happened. Because when I have a conversation with my sister, I could say one thing and she starts talking about something that has nothing to do with anything, or she just starts spewing out a whole bunch of mean and hateful things towards somebody that she used to have beef with, and just bring some things in. And sometimes when she's saying these things, she's mixing it in with like some delusional type stuff, like that's not even reality. So I'm trying to let these people, that on this platform know. Stop asking why she's doing this. We already know why. It's the mental illness. You cannot. A crazy person does not know that they're crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Crazy people don't know they're crazy. A real crazy person don't know they're crazy. That's just who they are. Yeah. They think they're normal, but they're really not. But they don't know that they're really crazy. I'm not talking about the people who be like, oh, I'm crazy. I do this. You know I'm crazy. No. I'm talking about the real people that's crazy that don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, I know everybody wants her to hold herself accountable, but how can she do that?
To have some compassion and some empathy, and to consider the fact that there is mental illness at work. To just consider that has some impact on the way things played out. Now, to that, before I let you go, I want to ask you, so what do you think would have been fair? Let's say that Cardi B would have ran down on Star Marie and sued her. Do you think it would have been fair for Cardi B to do that, considering that Star Marie has admitted to suffering from mental health issues?
Well, honestly, I don't think it would have held up, and I say this because she's mentally ill.
But just only, but not even.
A good attorney,
but not even. Hold on, boo. Hold on for a minute. I want to clarify the question. It's not about if it would have held up. Do you just think that if Cardi would have sued and held Star Marie accountable, do you think that would have been the right thing for Cardi B to do? Not whether the case will stand up or not, but do you think that the act of Cardi B holding CMarie accountable would have been just, considering that CMarie is suffering from mental health issues?
No, I don't think so. And
Okay.
the reason why, and I'm gonna tell you why,
Mm-hmm.
because everyone knows that she was mentally ill. Tasha K, knowing that she was mentally ill, even if you, and I'm pretty sure she had a conversation with her to hear how this woman sounds when you talk to her. You can clearly have a conversation with her and you can hear and see that something is not right up there. You can see like how she talks, how she starts going off and saying people's after her and people following her. And you can tell it's something wrong. So for you to sit there, have a conversation, know that this woman is mentally ill, then bring her up on a platform knowing that she is liable to say anything out her mouth due to her mental illness. You exploited her mental illness on a platform because you knew she had some trauma with Cardi B and knew that she was going to say negative things about her.
Okay, so put a pin in it right there, boo. So with that being said, do you also hold the relatives and the friends who jumped up on that live with CMarie that she initially did to the same standard? Because this was a live that was initially privated according to CMarie that she held on her own private page with her friends and family. Do you also say that they are just as wrong as Tasha K because they know that CMarie got a situation and they keyed and played into all of that too?
Get off live. They knew something was wrong. Like they know. I hold them accountable as well. Because if you know something, like with my sister, she gets on Instagram and start trying to post on stories, and when I see she's posting stuff and saying a bunch of stuff that don't make sense, I might pull up on her like, hey, get off the live. Or I might call and be like, hey, what are you doing? I might interrupt it. Where are her people to call her when they see she's not in her right mind and stop her from doing something? Like that doesn't sit right with me as well. Like, how did she get as far as she did to get on that platform to even do her interview without her people intervening and stopping that? Because they know she's not going to say anything good out of her mouth at all, because they know she's mentally ill. I just want people to understand she's not in control of herself. It is that mental illness. And I know we all want to say, hey, why are you doing this? Oh my God, it don't make sense. Oh, it seems like she got enough sense to do this and that and that. No, y'all don't understand. Once that mental illness click in, it's like a switch. It switches on and off. But once it switches on and they in that mode, and even with the medication really doesn't help the way I think it does. It really doesn't. It just makes them more depressed. It makes them more suicidal.
It's a lot of side effects.
Yes, a lot of side effects. So for them to be like, oh, just take the medication and sit down somewhere. People just don't know how it is to deal with someone or have someone close to them.
So then, because I want you to really help me to conceptualize this around the issue of mental health, so you don't feel like Cardi B should have held CMarie accountable by suing her. So what happens in a hypothetical world? Does the government get involved and reprimand someone and maybe put them through treatment? Like, what is, because we also can't have people with issues violating other people's life as well. So what, in the balance of all of that, like, how do we create a...
Well, I mean, that's true. If it wasn't for who Cardi B is, it would not have even got to this point. It's just because, Cardi B's a celebrity. So as soon as anybody say anything about a celebrity, it's going to blow up. If she was just acting like this with any regular person, nobody would be giving it this much attention. But since it is Cardi B, I blame the people who are her family members, who are her friends, that could prevent her from getting on that platform. Because once she got on that big platform, which is Tasha K, and got
at that time, me and her wasn't talking though. I just want to say that. At that time, me and her were not friends and wasn't talking.
Well, not just you. I'm just talking about anybody in general. So, anybody in general. Like, once they seen that, it's just like, I'm pretty sure she called someone and said, hey, Tasha K invited me on. I'm pretty sure she told somebody.
Yeah.
Where was her friends when she was calling them saying, hey, Tasha K reached out to me and wanted me to get on her platform? where were they at to stop her? Because they know once she get on there, she's going to just go off because of her mental illness. And I blame Tasha K because she exploited this girl. She took advantage of this girl because of her mental illness. And she knew, okay, this is going to be juicy. This is going to be a good interview because she's going to say all this crazy stuff that I need, all this scandalous things that I need for my channel. And it took advantage of her. And then once she took advantage of her, she just went further with it. Even once you take Star Marie out the picture, she got what she needed from her. All she did was, she like a snowball. She made a little snowball, but Tasha K took it and made a snowman out of that bitch. Like she kept it going. So
I would say this to you, caller. Nobody was going to care for Star Marie more than her actual friends and family. Tasha K was just a blogger. Tasha K was just somebody who saw a story, but
exactly.
So I'm just really
taken advantage of so bad.
Yeah.
I just hate when you see people, they are opportunists.
Yeah.
You see people, all they see is a quick come up. They see likes, clicks, views, subscribers. They're not thinking about this person, how it's going to affect them, or they already see. Shame on her for seeing a mentally ill person that's already going through things, and to take her and exploit her and put her in a mess like this. Now you got all these thousands and millions of people talking about her, and I don't care what y'all say, she's gonna go back and look at all this stuff, and it's gonna trigger her mental illness and make her feel even worse. For you to exploit somebody that's already going through this mental illness, and then put them on a platform for all these people to be able to have all these type of crazy opinions and be able to say negative things. It's so easy for someone to sit behind a phone or a keyboard and type negative things they would never say to a person's face. So for her to put her in that type of situation is messed up, knowing that girl has issues and mental illness. She knows that. So the person that got sued was the right person that got sued, because yes, that she had mental illness. She took advantage of that person with mental illness, and she ran with it and kept harassing Cardi B. Like I said, she came to her, take this down before it even got this far. I don't feel sorry for nobody that takes advantage of mentally ill people. That's a weakness. You see a weakness in somebody, and it's just pounce on them and attack them. It's kind of like being out in the wild, like a lion.
Because I'm gonna tell you something, caller, before I let you go.
I'm going on. Let me go ahead.
No, are you fine? I just want to make this point because my mentor was out here getting harassed and stalked for 2 years by an individual who is manic depressant, is a self-professed mentally ill person. That didn't stop my mentor from suing the living hell out of him and gagging the living fuck out of him, because he was consciously aware enough to lie. He was consciously aware enough to have a YouTube page going. He was lucid and conscious and well enough to attempt to dox and to do 50 million other things. That takes a level of intelligence and intentionality. And then when the going got rough, he wanted to put on these sob stories that, he was, he suffers from this and suffers from this trauma and blah, 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 blah. And so when I was asking you about, I wonder what system we would put in place if it's not a criminal justice one, because even in this particular culture, mentally ill people still get held accountable. The state might not send them to conventional prison, but they damn sure get sentenced to mental institutions. Yes, yeah. For the insane, etc. And so being mentally ill does not absolve anyone of accountability per se.
Yeah, it's just that it's not I don't feel like it should be on her for the simple fact she did not keep it going. She said what she said. Tasha brought her up on there, and she said what she said, and then after that it was just Tasha K going. And Cardi asked her to stop multiple times. It wasn't Star Marie anymore after that. It was just Tasha K.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Cardi probably was like, okay, this girl got a mental illness. I ain't worried about her. But this lady right here, there's nothing wrong with her. She just doing this for clicks and likes and views, clickbaits and things like that. Like, that's something else. You trying to make money off of my name type stuff. Like, that's a whole different type of thing. Like, from, okay.
But what we can say is that the Star did stop. She got her cease and desist, and she hauled ass to Mexico. Just like I would have did, baby. I would have hauled ass a little further than Mexico once the lawsuits got started. But, you know, she did haul off to Mexico, baby.
Right.
I would have paddled the boat a little bit farther across the Atlantic Ocean when the lawsuits got started. But, you know, she did haul ass, so.
Look, she got her cease and desist, and she ceased and desist. Tasha K just wiped her ass with it. That's all.
Yeah. Well, that was a good balance.
I want to thank you so much.
No, I'm so happy that you came on, because that was a good balancing act. Like, we needed that into this as well.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad you can see it from that logical perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's just like, I just want people to understand, because it's clear to see that they're not used to dealing with people that have this disorder or don't have anybody closer to have mental illness, because it's like they keep trying to, well, make this make sense. Why would she do this? Why would she do that? Once you already know they have a mental illness, you already know why they're doing it. They're not. They're not in control of it. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Thank you guys
thank you so much, love. I appreciate you for coming up tonight. Thank you.
All right, love your show.
Okay,
bye,
boo.
Have a good night. Bye, Octavius.
All right, thank you so much for coming up. You, I mean, you like. I'm glad that, because like me being a close friend for that many years, I'm glad that you can, someone who's going through the same thing, can see what I see and experience what I experience.
Do you got some more energy in you? I mean, there's a lot of people. I don't know how much you want to, you know, how far you want to go.
You can probably do to 12 Eastern.
To 12? Okay, well, we got about 20 more minutes then. Okay, cool. So I'm going to bring up TT Ladette.
Yes.
Hey, boo, how you doing, love?
I am doing great. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. You are loud, live, and in color, boo.
Okay, awesome. So first of all, I want to say that this is my very, very first time ever calling in to someone else's screen.
I'm so glad that I can pop your cherry.
Yes, you did, honey.
Amen.
And I want to say this as well. I want to apologize to you, Conscious, before I say something to the because I've seen you ever since this Tasha K's verdict's been in. I've seen you. You know, I saw you when you did the. I think you facilitated a meeting between Storm and Tasha and all that. And I just kept scrolling, and not because of not liking any particular person, but I just made a pre-assumptive judgment about you. So I want to apologize to you, because I want to say that I've been following Tasha K. So how about this? I'm drinking wine in red bottoms.
Amen.
If that makes any sense. That means I love everybody. I love all my content creators. I think I've learned so much. How about that? I've learned so much. Period, just from watching this entire case. Now, Octavius, I want to say to you, I want to first of all affirm you and let you know that had you not been on that Nick at Night interview, ain't no telling what would happen, because you were there too, and I saw exactly the play. I want to also say that I am a woman that suffers with mental illness. I live with it. It's a part of my story. I don't know if you can see my cover, my profile cover. I ain't gonna go no further because it's not about me promoting myself. I just want to let you know that that is a part of my story. I live with it, and successfully today I publish authors. I have a stage play that's traveled for 8 years, so I do a lot. I'm a functioning on a high level with bipolar disorder, and I'm bipolar 1. Bipolar with schizoaffective disorder, and I'm the highest level of this bipolar. Right now, what I will tell you is, just like anything else, with and what I see in the case of Star Marie, some people are sicker than others. So just because I have a mental illness, or because that previous caller's sister, that doesn't mean that we're all going to operate. You can't compartmentalize and say, oh, just because you have bipolar, this is how you going to act. Or just because you have this is how you going to act. Because everybody handles, like you said, trauma differently. So I'm not here to ask any questions, because I've been on YouTube for so long. I'm 51 years old. I've been following people and doing this stuff because I've been a different type of person. Let me just say that. I'm a different kind of thinker. So I've been doing stuff that probably people are just now catching on to. So believe it or not, I remember Star Marie before she got as sick as she is now. How about that? Mentally. I remember Lovely T when Lovely T first started. I remember when all this stuff first started. I never knew that 6, 7, 8 years later it would be this. And I remember when all this stuff was happening.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just say that. So I want. There's a couple of things that I want to say. The first thing I want to mention is that when this thing happened, the fight happened between Cardi and Star, I understand trauma. I understand that is something that triggers her every time. I get it, right? But what I also want to say about that is that Star has already admitted, and Cardi, it's already been proven, like in court, that she did not know this woman on a very intimate level. So maybe Cardi was not aware of the extreme psychosis that this girl suffers from. And how about this? At that time, because the fight hadn't happened yet, it probably wasn't even as extreme as it is now. So I'm not saying that to excuse Cardi, because, you know, really and truly, I think it's a reasonable thing to say Cardi should apologize. If Cardi admitted to her, even if they fight, I think that would probably, like you said it on Nick at Night, that would probably solve everything. Cardi,
but let me
finish.
But let me ask you. Hold on. I just want to ask you a question right there.
No, I know what you're gonna ask me. It's not.
And what's the question then?
It's unrealistic.
And what's the question? No. It ain't realistic. No, I wanted to add that allegedly, the context for the altercation was the fact that Star Marie stole the money on the stripper's floor that she did not pop her ass to earn, and that's what led to the physical altercation.
See, and this is another thing, allegedly. But this ain't even allegedly, because that was what one of the callers mentioned to Octavius. None of us were there. Not even Octavius was there. So if Star is
but we're talking about what both parties have said, because Cardi B has spoken about this altercation.
Right. I'm talking about.
He said, and Star has also spoken about this case as well.
Right. Let me calm down so that you don't think I'm being combative. I'm trying to make a point. I'm agreeing with everything that you guys are saying. So let me just say that I'm not being combative.
I understand.
What I'm trying to say is that at that time with Cardi B, because to jump out of this new point, if Octavius wasn't there, if you weren't there, if I wasn't there, how do we know the Star didn't throw the first lick? We don't know what happened there, is what I'm saying. So, but by the fact that regardless, this girl was affected so badly in her life, yes, it would be nice if Cardi B apologized. And I think, you know what, for me, if if there was a way that could happen, I'm praying for that, because I think that would help Star. But at the same time, it's not realistic. Like you said, Cardi B will probably never see Star again in her life because of the level that she's at. But to say all of that, I'm saying to say, at this point, I think that the best thing to do for Star is not to do any type of interviews. To say that you know, we just put it out there that if she gonna do interviews, she gonna, you know, she might go this, you gonna be accountable. No, there has to be some sort of accountability that says, you know what, I know, because she said it. I'm not on my man. She claimed her mental illness several times. So if you claimed it, because I have mental illness, don't forget. I'm telling you, I'm documented too. You gotta. I can listen. I'm telling you, I can leave. I got receipts. So I'm just trying to say, and I'm not saying that my level of operation or functioning is on her level. But what I'm trying to let you know is that at the end of the day, let me just say this: what made me change my life around? Because I was on crack too. So I was a drug addict. I lost my kids 6 times to CPS. I lost them 5 times. I won them back 6. That's part of my story. It's called The Pink Elephant in the Middle of the Ghetto. Read it, watch it, look on Amazon, everything you can. But what I want you to know is at the end of the day, what made me change my life is I stabbed a lady. And I had been up for 2 weeks on crack. I was crazy, already bipolar. When you mix street drugs and psychotic drugs, you really crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot going on. Yeah.
It's a lot going on. And honey, it's a lot going on. And at the end of the day, I still went to do my time. But let me tell you what happened. I remember when I was in jail, I stayed in jail 7 months fighting this case. They wanted to give me 20 aggravated years. And I asked God, I said, God, why? You know my mental state. You know what I was going through. You know, I'm praying, I'm trying to plead with God. I'm staying in the jail 7 months fighting this because I don't want to do this time. Because I feel like they know what I've been through. There ought to be some sort, but you know what God told me? But you did it. You get it. And I'm going to tell you something. And Octavius, I'm just saying this as a suggestion to let her be. And it's the same thing with Tasha K. And it's the same thing with Cardi. Unfortunately, or fortunately, Cardi's just at a level where can't nobody really touch her. Unless you got the coins. Because, Star Marie should have sued her. Yeah, and if she had the coin, she could take, but she ain't got the coin to take out the coin. That's the realistic. We're talking about realistic and unrealistic. But I'm just saying, to help her, I would just suggest that you just try to get her on her. Because what is given to me is given that Star Marie really is no longer needed for this case. Because at the beginning, and I'm telling you, and that the receipt is on Michelle ATLM Brown's recent YouTube video that she just did. Star Marie's name was on that lawsuit. They could not find her. They could not find her. So, if that's being said, if they couldn't find her then, at that time, they offered Tasha K, Cardi B's people offered Tasha K to settle. They like, look, let's get rid of this, Tasha, let's settle. Tasha could have settled in and probably could have put $4 million in her bank account. Or maybe not that much. Maybe that's why she wanted to go for the $3 million. But when that $3 million got, she had no recourse. Now it's like they don't need. See, Tasha was probably trying to get to Star Marie to testify for her. Cardi may want her, but now they no need because she's not going to be credible. Whoever gets her, this right here ensured it. So I'm going to end by saying this. This is just my suggestion. My suggestion is that you really, really get Star to quit doing interviews, period. She don't need, because anytime that she does an interview, that's the hot topic. She is at the center of a case. They are going to ask about the Cardi B.
I mean, and it'd be hurting herself at this point if she could.
Yeah, and it's not fair. It's not fair to tell people that they're going to be held. They're going to be the ones held liable if she's the one putting herself out. Well, that's not fair to say. What's fair to say is if they hit you because how many times are you going to do this? Because this is, in a sense, if it's just you.
No, but it's just a public notice that what's going on with it.
Cool, and I get that, and I really, really get that, Octavius. And I'm like Neek. I'm praying for her. I'm really praying for. How about this? I'm praying for Tasha K. I'm praying for Cardi B. I'm praying for us as a.
I want you to pray for me too, so I can keep all my bundles on track. Because these black people problems be weighing me out.
Conscious,
and I'm trying to keep all my hair on the bundle.
Let me tell you something. Like that lady said you was the Yana Van Zandt. You are, because I'm ADHD and everything else. I couldn't have stayed on this. I've been on here waiting to get on here. I want to thank you for doing this. And Octavius, I just want to encourage you and just let you know. I just want to just suggest to you that if it's not about, promoting her, or if it's not about getting the coin, because at this point, she has to create a whole new platform and do something totally different. Because
let me say this.
Okay.
Let me say this. We already did 3 successful shows on my page together that didn't concern anything about Cardi B. Nobody was checking for her in November. You know what I'm saying? So, and the thing is, if you watch the 3 shows, you know what I'm saying, she got a lot of hype at some points, but it was good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying the Cardi B thing is triggering for her. That's all. Right. That's all I'm saying.
And I do understand that anytime that she does an interview, that's probably the go-to question.
I don't think that she want to do any interviews per se, but I think she does want to talk about her experiences in her life, but not in the sense of talking about celebrities or people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm praying for her. I'm going to pray for you too, Octavius and Conscious. I'm going to pray for you too. I'm going to put my website here in the chat.
Okay, that's
I have a magazine. And I'm going to in the chat.
Before you go.
Okay, go ahead.
Before you go, I think Miss Barbara, I don't know if she's out there. I think that was the one that hit the Nick at Night thing.
She backstage. I think Miss Barbara's backstage.
I would like to talk to her.
Okay, cool. I'll bring her up next then. Okay. Well, thank you so much, OTT.
Yes.
You can drop all of your links in the stream and my mods. I'll make sure that
Okay,
they
I
get in
did put it in the
rotation.
private chat, so and I do
Okay,
want to connect with you guys, and thank you, Conscious. And
Thank you so
I'm gonna
much, love.
subscribe, and I'm gonna hit your Cash App or something.
Okay,
Put
boo,
some money up
thank
in
you.
there.
I love you so
That's how
much.
we do that. Support.
Thank you so,
Straight.
baby. I
Bye,
appreciate
Octavius,
you,
and
love.
I'm gonna subscribe to you too, Octavius.
Oh, I appreciate it. I
Yes.
look forward to talking to you.
Absolutely. Y'all have a great night.
And you too, babes. I'm gonna put Miss TT's website, Ahmad. I'm about to drop this. Can you guys just recirculate it? It's her website. I just put it in, so just copy and paste that and recycle that. I do want to say thank you to all of the Cash Appers who've been Cash Apping tonight. Thank you so much. Before we bring on Miss Barbara, Octavius, do you happen to have the actual audio and video of Cardi B speaking about that night? Because there's people in the comment section saying
it's
that
on Nick at Night has it on the channel.
Okay, but you don't happen to possess it? No.
No.
Okay.
I think I put it in my favorites.
Okay, if you so happen to get a hold of that video, can you send it to me so I can review it and everything? Cause yeah. Okay, I'm gonna bring up Miss Barbara. Let me see where Miss Barbara is. This back chat is literally filled. Hey, Miss Barbara, boo, are you there?
Hello, darling.
Hey, Queen, how you doing, boo?
My feelings was hurt because you didn't let me on yesterday.
You know what? I was gonna get. There was so many people back there. I said, and then I had to pee. I was like, Lord, I can't. Yeah.
But before I go into what I have to say, I have some beautiful information that I would like to give the beautiful Star Marie. She reminds me of myself. Every bit of her story is my story, okay? Except I wasn't beautiful enough to strip. But or brave enough to go, or wanted to go to war. But I would like for her to get involved with NACA, capital NACA. It's a real estate. Because she suffered with homelessness, she would love to help people, and she would be great with that. That would really help her mentally, and I could see her fully succeeding with that all the way. I would like to point something out. I'm an OG. Okay, from New York City. You understand? And I would like to point some things out. I hung around with ballers and licks and all of those crowds of people and how they got their money before the young generation. See, the young generation today, the young girls are not into dating guys for money. But back in the day, when you was out there in the streets and not going to school or whatever, just trying to get money from guys, this is what girls did. They got dressed and they went out and they found licks. You understand? And I believe every bit of Star Marie's story because I have girls, I have hung out with girls in the same kind of way that these girls have hung out. Fortunately enough, I had morals for some part that I didn't do things that some people, I don't even want to mention this girl, I'm going to call her Bacardi. That admitted to doing is such as drugging people. I had morals. That wasn't my story. That wasn't my story. You know, but I would talk you out of your money. You know, that would talk you out of your money. Amen. That was my story. I was talking niggas out of packages and selling packages back in the day. You know, my story, that was my hustle. Another girl had a hustle being pretty, fly, having a guy buy her Birkins and bags and all of this. You know, you find somebody that could put you on, make your day better, call you the next day. Like Cardi B like that thing made her record. I find a lick. I think I found the lick. That's what girls went out there and did. Now, let me explain this. We're going to point out to the fact that Miss Bacardi admitted she was a gang member. Do you know what gang members did to 6ix9ine? Okay? Let's stop thinking this girl was innocent. Now, I want Octavius to stop me if I'm going to tell this story wrong. This is what happened to that young lady. She and Cardi temporarily roommated for a couple of months. They had a beautiful relationship. They was getting money. Star Marie, being the beautiful person she is, too open, honest, too hard. Sometimes you could be too intelligent to dumb people. You know, they call people with mental illness. Sometimes people with mental illness are so intelligent. Ask J. Edgar Hoover, because he.
Can I get in? I just want to say this. One of the reasons why me and her became friends because we was both into like herbalism, and she's a genius with that. With as far as just talking, we can't talk about stuff like that online no more. But we used to talk about herbs and not dieting. She's 42 years old. She still looks good. Yeah.
Either you're going to be a genius or you're going to be a depressed person. Manic, depressive, bipolar, schizophrenic. Because let me explain this to you, okay? My story is this. When I came back to Harlem, to the New York City, they had to give me the head chief psychiatrist doctors. And the first thing I told them when I seen them, you going to jail. Y'all going to jail. Because what they was doing with the Obama medication, giving people that's diagnosed in the ghettos, poor poverty, medication that make logic and they can't even function. I demanded the same medication that I was getting when I was living with KKK. That good old $1,500 medication, and my head chief psychiatrist seen that I got it. If you do get off of your medication, you will either do this. If somebody come for you, you understand, when you out there, first of all, listen what this girl had to go through. After fighting a war, she had to come back and be a stripper. Because let me explain how the government really don't have these opportunities flowing for the Black Americans. I'm telling you what's really happening. Okay, for that girl to have to just pick up that quick money, you understand, and she had to go into another war. So first of all, she was already traumatized in one war, and then she gonna go into another war. When you living out there in the streets making that hustling money, that's a war. Every day you looking over your leg. Every second you can lose your life. I do not believe that girl was trying to steal nobody money off the stripper floor. I believe that them heisty, evil ladies wanted to F her up because Miss BB, because this girl was so nice. See, we be too nice. When you diagnose, sometimes you be too nice. You give people your all. All she was saying, look, girl, you got that cold sore. I break out with cold sores from stress. This is what you could do to get the cold sore out. Unfortunately, being that Miss Ignorance didn't know any kind of herbal understanding where this girl was coming from, once she said the word herpes, oh, she just went into a frenzy. Oh, she gonna tell somebody I got herpes. I better hurry up and rat her out and tell the story first. And then had all of those girls against that girl. I've been in situations where you could be in a room full of, I had to call hitmen to come help me out of situations, baby. Because you could be in a room with a bunch of evil bees and they want to take your head off. They will tear your behind up. Now, you want to think a known gang member ain't gonna be a gangster and have a whole crew. Baby, when you out there, you got a crew. When you out there, you got a crew that will handle your business. Cardi has a crew. She don't have to do nothing. She don't have to touch you. She don't have to touch you. A psycho fan would touch you first. She don't have to do nothing. So of course this girl was getting death threats. So she's in a war. Now she's in another war. They trying to kill me out here. They trying to kill me. All that girl did was tell her story. It didn't change. And what happened was that man did not want to do Miss Thing in that room. She was probably sweaty and funky and didn't know how to clean herself. These young girls don't know how to take douches and clean with lemon juice and vinegar and everything to have that thing fresh. They don't do all of that. So they be stinking with that dead sperm in their body. So nobody want to go down on that. You understand? And that's what happened. This girl knew how to take care of herself. That's why he was like, oh, Bubblicious. I want this one. She just wasn't his cup of tea. Now, before somebody made themselves look like Joan Rivers, okay, a lot of work done here and there and there and there and there. I get so upset about this situation is because I feel that this girl was just taken advantage of. There were so many times when I was out there, I got taken advantage of. God had me out there to walk through the valley of shadow of death so I could be able to tell the story. My trauma is on my page. I made my page to explain what was going on with housing, preservation, development, and them Ku Klux Klansmen that I had a federal case about, that I denied my justice, that made me go insane and make a page. They threw me off of Facebook. They threw me off of Twitter. So I made apartments are available. So when people looking for apartments in New York City, they could know everything was going down in New York City. And what traumatized me is when I came back to New York City, and the mayor of New York was giving Jewish and rich landlords $15,000 a month for poor black families and Spanish families and middle-class families to live in shelters. That's slavery. I grew up in '63. I don't play that. You had to be down with Martin Luther King or Malcolm X or a damn hustler. You just couldn't be out there being stupid. And nobody was violating my civil rights. That's why these doctors don't play with me. Head chief psychiatrists, baby, they don't play with me, and I didn't play with them. I checked them. And I'm the only person in the ghetto, the city of the ghetto, that's getting that expensive medication called Seroquel. They giving the other people generic. My medication is like $1,500. They giving Obama. As soon as I came back, I exposed all of that. They was talking about you're not going to be able to get it, because see, they don't teach black Americans their civil rights. My story is all of that. Hustler, we didn't call it crack, we called it freebasing, all of that. That movie, The American Gangsters, I worked for them people, paid in full, I hung out, and those was my crowd. I'm not anonymous. I'm not anonymous. I don't snitch it up, I stitch it up. I don't play with you, don't play with me. And I'm so upset that this young lady could not get justice for being assaulted. So every time, let me tell you something, just what them lawyers did to me made me lose everything in my life, and try to get me thrown out in the street and treat me what them Ku Klux Klan's lawyers did to me is just like they did it yesterday. Just like they did it yesterday. And I wanted to also say, because I had to start taking a little notes, because like I said, CMarie told the absolute truth, and that's all she told. She was just trying to help this girl out to get rid of a cold sore. She didn't say, girl, you got herpes down there, nothing. She didn't say none of that. That wasn't her purpose. That wasn't her subject, because Cardi B wasn't saying, I got bumps down there, I need help. No, the girl had a cold sore. Just like me, I talk too damn much. I'll see a girl, I'll be like, honey, you gotta, ooh, girl, don't wear some black panties under that white pants. You look terrible like that. And then somebody want to punch you in the mouth. If I seen somebody with a cold sore, and I would tell them how to get rid of it, or I tell people, listen, girl, don't be doing no fellatio. That's nasty. That's disgusting. That's not the way kings and queens make love. That's not the way you're supposed to make love. Y'all stop having sex until y'all find somebody to be with yourselves together forever. It's not about sex today. Y'all living in a term. You know, I'm always lecturing. I'm always running my mouth. And sometimes you can talk to people and they'll want to tear you up just for helping them out, giving them information. Every bit of her story was true. The girl did not say that child had herpes. She said she has a cold sore. It is called a damn herpes. Unfortunately. And that's what I had to say, you know, and about this girl being, just like I told people, honey, just because the government diagnosed me don't make me stupid. There's nothing stupid about that intelligent young girl. She done got degrees in college. You understand me? She done fought in a war for people that don't even think she good enough to get a job. And people want to call her all kinds of names now. People want to say she crazy. What's crazy? I got jumped and beat up, and now you a movie star? Damn right, bitch, I'm going to take this opportunity and tear your ass up. And as far as Tasha K is concerned, I got very mad when she called Bobby Dirty Blood. I unfollowed her for a couple of days, but I had to go back to my girl. But I got very mad. You know, I got very upset. You know, but, you know, I'm for what's right. You know, and of course I would have took that interview. Somebody talking about this Cardi B. Yeah, I want this interview. Yeah, Cardi B could come on my show and rebuttal. That's they trying to make that money. Do they say anything when TMC do it? No. They don't say nothing to TMC. They don't say nothing to the Shade Room. You know, I'm on internet because I'm just, you know, home. I stay home. Okay, I got to stay home. I'm diagnosed. Okay, I'm diagnosed. They don't play with me in the city. The police know me. Drug dealers know me. Everybody know me. I'm not to be played with. You understand? So I'm mandated to stay home. You understand? So I'm watching YouTube, TV, everything. And on every channel, they dragging each other. They dragging each other. I'm like, Lord have mercy, Rodney King, can we all get along? This don't make no kind of sense for y'all to be dragging each other. Now, the thing is that don't get in an argument with an angry black woman because we can rip you to shreds. Cardi B wasn't ready for it, baby. She might can rap, but she can't just lay it down. Tasha K laid it down on her. She got a mouth on her, and she couldn't handle it. You know, she started going off. So Cardi B is an angel. She think that everybody, I'm gonna set all these niggas up. Iman Wiggins, dance for her like Bojangles. Did she get an interview? No. Hollywood on lock, half Puerto Rican. Immigrants stick together. Only time immigrants want to be with us is when they want our rights, our housing, our jobs, and all of that. Black people are destroying one another. I'm sick of it. Okay, now what's right is right. Tasha is a gossip blogger like TMC, Shade Room, and trying to make her dollars like everybody else. She did an interview with that girl. After the interview, her and that feisty thing got into an argument. I didn't mean to explode that night and disrespect that poor lady channel by cussing. I don't really get down like that. But it just made me mad for people to be telling Star Marie to apologize. Apologize for what? I'm going to apologize. I'm going to kneel down to the devil because you got more money than me. You kicked me in the stomach. You beat me up. You got me my life threatened by gang members that want to kill me because I told the story about your cootie cat and your nigga. Allegedly. Come on, man. Come on. Let's. Thank you for the time. I want other people to get.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. I think that we're gonna end with you, baby.
I just want to say to Miss Barbara real quick. Star said she was listening. She said she really appreciates you.
I really appreciate her too, and tell Star I'm not the one, because I'm a poverty person, but I've made people millions, okay, and I talk to top scholar professors. I'm not to be played with. She is to get into NACA and start helping people. That's a federal program for low income people. You could be working for McDonald's and you could be able to get a mortgage. You young people out there, don't rent no apartments. Y'all get right into NACA. And what's going to make Star so happy, you got to talk to a whole group of people. And with her talking something positive to a group of people, she's going to really blow up with this. I see her becoming a millionaire. I already put it out there. God already told me she's going to be a millionaire with that. And she's going to save people because she was in the trenches. Okay, in the trenches all over, homeless, in the war, out there hustling. Come on, baby. NACA. Everybody get on to it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Thank you for being here, boy. I love you.
I love you more. My feelings was hurt. I was like,
don't be hurt, baby. You already.
Like, you don't love me.
You know the charger to my penis. I had to piss like a Russian racehorse out in this motherfucker.
I thought because I told Star, don't apologize to her.
No. You know I let everybody come up here and have their opinion. I don't care where the opinion be at,
Telling that child to apologize. I was so mad. Baby, not today. I ain't no cockroach. Because really what upsets me, let me just put this out here. My daughter, I want you to hear my daughter music. I'm going to send you a link.
Okay.
Right? A very good rapper. Baby, a very good rapper. I seen that thing poison a whole group of the young generation. They changed their rap to shake that. I was like, oh no, this is disgusting. As a mother, this is why I'm against Cardi B. As a mother. That's why, that's all, and the truth is the truth.
I understand.
Okay, baby.
Well, thank you so much, babe.
Thank you, Miss Barbara.
Okay.
Well, we definitely exceeded 20 minutes. Did you want to end on Miss Barbara?
Yeah, we're going to
Okay, all right. Barbara. Did you want to tell the people about Wednesday, or for right now you want to keep Wednesday kind of
what I do is I'll keep you posted. It should take place this Wednesday, so
okay.
Yeah, I got the receipts. We're gonna, me and Conscious gonna link up again. I want to do it on my channel and I invited some other bloggers there too. to come by if they want to
Okay.
get commentary on it. Because I'm new to this in general. But I think that this needs to be exposed. So, you know.
Okay. Is there well, I really thank you for coming up here and holding the fork and speaking your truth. I guess is there, if you could leave the people with anything in terms of your role in all of this, what would you want that to be?
Well, what my role is to protect my friend who's in a situation that ain't no maybe, but it is vulnerable from predators and con men and manipulators. And even during this process, I knew that I was taking a risk even coming out, helping her with this. But I really think that the public, like Miss Barbara, you know, and others who have come on the panel, can see my motivations for putting this out there, so that way, you know, if there is a period of time in the future where me and her are not seeing eye to eye, because that periodically happens, you know, that, you know, I went hard as I could for her to let the public know of her condition, and that I want the people to fight for her when if you see someone trying to manipulate her, you know what I'm saying? At the minimum, you know. So
okay. Well, I want you to keep up the good work and continue to be the best friend that you can be to Star, and just tell Star that everybody is rooting for her stability and for her to continue to move forward. And
yeah, she's listening now, so you can talk to her directly.
Oh, okay. Well, Star, we just want you to continue to move forward, girl. Continue to hold your life down. Like, what you're dealing with is a lot in terms of your mental health. So I just want you to continue to do what's in the best interest of your actual emotional, mental, and spiritual healthiness. And you just continue to set boundaries for yourself and continue to just love on you. You know, you have a road ahead in terms of living alongside something like that. I have relatives who are living alongside mental illness. It is definitely not a black and white scenario. So I just want you to continue to just be about light and love. Continue to maintain all of your studies and your focus, and be the best person that you can be, and just continue to move forward, you know, and be blessed. Star. So we won't see Star in any more interviews, though.
No.
Okay. All right.
Maybe do some blogging. She want to do a cooking thing on the channel. So
you know what? I would encourage y'all to really consult with like a media specialist, because it is going to be interesting to have her kind of rebrand herself, because now she's attached to something very monumental, you know. And but there are ways to rebrand and repurpose self, but because of the level that Cardi B is at, it's going to be, she's probably going to need some experts on the scene to help y'all to rebrand Star Marie, because this is a lot to be connected to, and it's a heavy history to be a part of.
I mean, you was the closest person in my proximity to know about these things, so I'm glad, you know.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you behind the scenes, like, we're jail.
All right, then.
I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
But we want to thank Octavius for being up here, you guys, and make sure that you guys subscribe to Octavius Prime on YouTube. Mods, could you, does anybody have Octavius channel? Once again, nobody's holding anybody's head to make you click on the link, you know, but if you want to keep up with Star Marie and what she's doing these days, you will be able to find her over on Octavius Prime's platform. They will be doing some things and getting into some conversations. I do want to thank my Cash Appers and my PayPalers. I've been getting notified all night long. Thank you guys who donated. Continue to thumbs up this video. My God, you know, this is why we talk about these things. Somebody was asking me why wasn't I singing much tonight? Because I just wanted this to be a viewers and Octavius dialogue. You know, this is my platform. I'm always able to talk. I'm always able to come back here and have conversations with you guys. But I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to really talk to Octavius and y'all build upon conversation, etc. what makes this situation so multi-layered is because it's just so much going on. We got mental illness, we got situation around black women, we got Tasha Luther King and her talking points, which have a reality to them. We have the issue of being a celebrity and the way that celebrities are exploited and the way that they're also not protected out here, really. There's a lot to talk about. The way that bloggers need to go about the power of their platform. It gets very interesting. So this is a conversation that will live on, that will birth other dialogues that we can deepen. I do want to say to everybody, bitch, allegedly all up and through this motherfucker. Allegedly, motherfucker. But this was a great exchange. I do have to get out of here. I don't want this live to be too long. Yes, Star, you matter. And just shout out to everybody. Hopefully this has been a lesson learned for all involved, and everybody can pull the gems they need to move forward in their motherfucking life. On that note, I'm going to get out of here, and thank you guys so much. Peace.